go. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's get this day going the best way, the right way possible. Let's get this day going the best way, man. Go. Let's go. This is Sparta! Go. Go. Yeah. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let me hear. Ain't no party like a cowboy party, 'cause a cowboy party don't stop. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all see it? Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let me turn myself down a little bit. I know y'all crunk. They say a prize fighter, even when he's down, when everybody said that, hey, there's no chance, there's no opportunity, but we continue to swing those blows, unless you're Nate Robinson, but we continue to fight, baby. That's what we do, baby. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Shout out time, put down where you guys are from. Put down where you guys are from. One way or another, everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie, everybody know that we continue to fight. We continue to grind. Shout out to Ashaniqua, Kamika, and everybody else. Yes, yes, yes. Fernandez, let's go, Cowboy Nation. We feasting, baby. Turn me up, baby. Turn me up. It's wartime. It's wartime, baby. See this. Yeah, it's wartime, baby. Pull your strap on me, baby. Let's go. Lynchburg in the house, Virginia. Hey. Oh. Ain't nobody crooked than law, baby. Ain't nobody, baby. They can try, some people emulate, but they can't duplicate, baby, because when I get on the mic, everybody know that this is right here, second to none. This is Law Nation, one way or another. Let's continue to grind. Let's continue to shine. Let's continue to do this thing the best way, the right way, the only way. Law Nation way, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Got that dub, baby. Yeah. Cowboy Nation. Y'all know how this thing go, baby. Flex on them, baby. Yeah. 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 Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Yeah.
This is Sparta! This is Sparta!
Shout out to you, baby. Eagles who? Eagles who? Y'all sing this with me. Cry, Eagles, cry. Come on. Yeah. All right. Cry, Eagles, cry to the land of no victory. All right. That's enough of me getting crunk over here on the Eagles team. Everybody know that, hey, we can't stand those Eagles. And they talk all of that noise. They talk all of that stuff. They said, oh, we can't do this. We can't do that. Pause, right? Yeah. Cook them birds, baby. Ho. Let me put y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Y'all see that? Oh, it's something in that fire. What's in that fire, baby? What do y'all see in that fire? Let's blow it out. Ooh. I can't even say. Matter of fact, man, let me just say this, man. Shout out to everybody who was with us with the live feed, man. Yeah, everybody know I had a little hiccup a few seconds ago, but it's all good. Y'all know we build the plane while it's in the air. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Leroy Dunn, man. Appreciate you so much for liking the stream, man. Yeah, keep those monsters away. They chase it. When you like the stream, the monsters go run away on the Facebook group. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so my thing is, Cowboy Nation, man, it's crazy already as it is. Woo, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Devin, Stacy. Appreciate you so much for liking this thing. Let's grow this thing. Y'all see that? Get that trash off of my screen. Yeah. How dare them put that trash up there. Let's see if we can tune in to 105.3, The Fan, and we'll see what they're talking about. And then you guys already know. You've been
eliminated. You know, they're not gonna try and win for a meaningless game. I mean, I think the football team's going to have to give them that game if that's the way it's going to be.
Cowboys over the Eagles, 37-17. They're 6-9 on the season now, with Week 17 against the Giants looming. With Brian Broaddus, I'm Ari Tempkin. Coming up, more watermelon smashing. Plus, what did Mike McCarthy have to say about the future of Kellen Moore? Has he already hinting that Kellen Moore is gone? All that coming up next. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Geico and
Oh, so they did smash the watermelons again. They did smash the watermelon. Let me take my shades off, man. Oh, I didn't know that they smashed those watermelons again. Oh, my goodness. Give me a few seconds here, Cowboy Nation. It will not take long at all. I promise you it won't take long at all. Just give me a few seconds here. Okay. It won't take long at all. Shout out to you, Floyd Day. Shout out to you. Hey, I like my own stream. Shout out to the Law Nation guy for liking the stream here. Let me see if I can fix that up right quick. But, hey, they did smash some watermelons over there. Ain't that about something right there? Hey, I can't get mad at them. Let me see if I can fix that right quick. Y'all bear with me. Hey, shout out to everybody who was with me for the live stream. It was dope. Me, Big Game James, Skywalker, everybody that tuned in. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. I'm still here. You can't see me, but I got to adjust something right quick, so bear with me. You guys know how this thing go. We build the plane while it's in the air, but neither here nor there. Let me at least give y'all some of this illustration. Yeah, maybe I could. Nah. How about this? Bam, there we go. How about that while I do this right quick? It should not take that much longer. And it's one of those things where I've been trying to fix this all together. Shout out to you, Marvin Lynn Group, man. Really appreciate you. Daniel, appreciate you so much for tuning in to the nation. Appreciate you so much, man. Really do. Really do. Here we go. Here is a little Booger Bagel. Change this out. Bam. Here we go. Wham. And change this out to... I gotta go with about give me a one. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that one. How can I remove this one? Yeah, there we go. Or do it like this. That's done. All right. That should go away now. That should go away. At least go away to another deal. All right. Here we go, Cowboy Nation. I'm finna be back. Just give me a few more seconds. Here I go. Here. Bam. Telling you, building the plane while it's in the air. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so how y'all feel about the game? How y'all feel about the whole scenario? Cowboys, I know a lot of people mad because, hey, we didn't do the thing as they want them to do as it relates to a thing called tanking. We didn't do that, right? We didn't try to have that in our bodies. We didn't try to have that in our mindset. We didn't try to do that at all. But we saw, we came, we fought, we conquered, right? That's what we did. That's what we did, Cowboy Nation. We did just that. And I tell you right now that when we look at the complete thing, the complete picture over here, it is what it is. Hold on. God, here we go. There we go. Stay your butt right there. Yeah. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that was with us for the full stream. Really appreciate every one of y'all. I gotta fix my mic over here. Man, boy, woo! We don't tank law. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Ain't that right? Hit that play right there. Let's see. Appreciate you. Shout out to the $4.99 from Romero. Lord, how you feeling about the defense moving forward? Game was a good winning. Cowboys culture. Yeah. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I still didn't fix that. All right, let's listen to 105.3 The Fan while I try to fix this thing.
When you dedicate.
Yeah, they still on commercial break. Who we got over here? Appreciate you, Rashad. Thank you so much for making the donation. And Stan, really appreciate you for making the donation earlier as well. Really appreciate you so much for tuning in. Hey, everybody know when we win, I get to put on that victory jacket. Yeah. Victory. Victorious around this mug. Lord, take... Akeem, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Randy Gregory, defense. Yeah, Mike Maverick. We should have just lost the game. Nah. You don't want that in your blood. You don't want that in your blood. You do not want that in your blood, baby. You don't. You want to win every time you get. You want to win every situation you can. Yeah. Akeem, that don't really sound that hype right there now. Fab, appreciate you. I need that jacket. Here's from Hugh. What's good with you? Steven, yes. No losing, boy. No. Yes, we got to get this thing going. Eric, the phone lines will be on a little bit later on, but, hey, we going to get it right. Jimbo, shout out to you. Appreciate you, Mike. Yeah, appreciate you. Let's go, man. Sure, we won. It's supposed to be a celebratory thing, right? Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. y'all gonna hear that all day today, baby. You are. You're gonna hear it all day. And yes, indeed, Cowboy Nation, we will. We shall prevail. We shall be victorious. We shall be highly hot about
with the watermelon smashing.
this
Call
win.
Gallagher, because this team is now
In a good way.
6-9 in a win, coupled to the Washington loss, away from getting to the playoffs. Here's the question, though, Brian brought us. And we just got this as a text at 877-881-1053. Are Cowboys fans cheering for or against their own football team this week? I can't tell if fans are team tank or push for the Super Bowl. It's an odd mentality.
Oh, I think that fans realize we've had this discussion a bunch.
For weeks. The question is, how much has it changed? Like, we thought it was
it's
50-50, right?
No, now you have an opportunity, you have to keep playing. Fans, J.J. Watt came out today in post game, was talking about fans invested. Hey, I'm not trying to raid on fans parades, but if you really want to feel like that you're one of those teams that's, double digit wins, 11, 12, are you close to the Packers? Are you close to the Saints? Are you close? I mean, is this the way this team currently is? The way it currently is right now, no, it's not. But if you get all your players
still
back,
building the plane while it's in there, bear with us.
But right now it's not. And I just my question is, I just look at this as that there's people that realize that, hey, to get to where you need to be, you're probably going to have better players. You're going to have better defensive players.
And that's where I was as well. And I guess my question is, how much value is there in establishing a program as a new head coach and making the playoffs despite all the what's the value there? Because we talked about this pregame where I can quantify, I can directly draw. You lose games, you get draft picks, you're here. You can draw a line there, and there's data that suggests it helps you improve through this. The question I have is, how do we assert value to making the playoffs during a year of adversity for a coaching staff taking over a brand new locker room in a year in which it looked like they might be losing that locker room? Is there value there? Actual value?
Yeah, I mean, no, they'll tell you there's value.
But you've been a scout. You've been the highest level of football.
Absolutely.
Does that stuff matter?
Oh, it absolutely matters. It absolutely matters. But there's also I think in reality though, you have to look at your team and say, we're not close to the Packers. We're not close. Now maybe you say that when Tyron Smith's playing and Lyle Collins is playing and Martin's playing and Dak's playing, defensively you think you are. That's I just no. But hey, you're here now. You have a chance to win the division next week, but you've got to find a way to win the game and get some help to do it. I don't think that bunch you play today is going to give you any help. I know there's some people out there on the text that disagree with me about that, but that to me, you destroyed Philadelphia's will to compete today. Now they win that game, yeah, they go find a way to beat. But you destroyed their will to compete. And especially if Alex Smith plays and Terry McLaurin and them play, find a way to protect. And the football team's defense, they can get after. They can get after that Eagle defense like you saw tonight.
Well, and if Alex Smith plays, forget about it. But if Alex Smith doesn't play, there's a very high likelihood that the Eagles win that game. I've just seen the football team without Alex Smith, and it's remarkable.
Oh no, yeah, that's your hope. That's your hope. You need this team that you beat up on to play well next week and get you a victory. But how interested are they in that? And right now, if you check the standings of Tankathon, they've got the 6th overall pick, and you got ahead of them is Cincinnati with the same record.
Or the Cowboys.
Cowboys are right now at 11. So you win this game, you could be somewhere in that 14, 15, 16 area and might not make the playoffs.
Yeah, that'd be worst case scenario, right?
That's
7-9.
Yeah.
Out of the playoffs, out of the top 15.
Yeah. That's, but you have, as fans, by all means, cheer for your team. It's good for us, gives us something to talk about.
It's been impressive how this team looked we talked for 12 games about they can't stop turning the ball over. They can't stop anybody on defense. You know, it was like, well, we've seen this through 3 quarters of the season. That's what this football team has been. 3 quarters. We've watched this team. That's what they are. In the final 3 games of the season, they become a completely different team. We'll see if they can continue that in the final 4th game, the 4th quarter of the season, where they've, for 4 games, became a completely different football team.
They're getting turnovers, and they're getting protection. And their quarterback is fine. When he was put in and thrust into the line, he's finally getting back to what he was as a quarterback. I think there's some times at Cincinnati last year where he lost that. And early in his campaign here with the Cowboys, it looked like that was like he was a washed quarterback. But he's getting protection. The strength of this team is the wide receivers. You saw that today, And Ezekiel, you got to give him credit for running the ball hard today.
Is Andy Dalton putting himself into a comp pick for the Cowboys? Better question.
Absolutely could be.
877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Dallas Cowboys.
Scoring touchdowns off of them is how you win.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, you guys see how this thing goes, right? Y'all see how this thing goes, right?
Nolan saving his job.
I think he's doing the best he can he hears the noise. You can't be human and live. I lived in that building over there, and I've sat in those chairs over there. You hear everything that everybody's talking about. You read everything that everybody's writing about you. You know what? To me, I wonder. There's a side of me that thinks that this is the die has already been cast. That they're going to move on. But because there's just too much. The Slater report I felt like was very incriminating. I think there's some guys that are still there thinking like, hey, we're overcoming some of the things right now that because you got your better players back playing. Man, the secondary is at least back playing. So yeah. I think that he's doing the best he can, but I feel like the die's been cast myself.
Right. I mean, I think we were at the point where that seemed to be the case, and it was like maybe right now what's happening is the only thing that could have possibly happened to save his job. By the way, the Cowboys, this is now the worst Cowboy scoring defense in the franchise's history. They've given up 450 points. 436 was the record in 2010. But this is not that horrible, horrific defense that we saw just 4 weeks ago. In fact, here's Mike McCarthy, the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, after the game talking about what's changed defensively for this football team.
I think it's just all the things that you need and that you miss out on when you have time together. So I think you're seeing a group of men that have a chance to practice. We've been relatively healthier. I say that I know we've had a couple guys out each week, but there's continuity to how we do things. Things look cleaner during the course of the week. Even with us, with everybody being home for Christmas, we had clearly probably our best work for Saturday yesterday. So and like anything, you have to carry that forward. So it's just I think just the continuity and the guys spending a lot of time together. I mean, defensively, we pretty much do everything together, as opposed to early in the season. So I just see you're seeing the confidence and the continuity and the cohesiveness is totally different. These last 2 weeks than prior.
He also mentioned, quote, "We look real different than we did 2 months ago, and that's a testament to the players," end quote. It's crazy. This game just turned on a dime. Cowboys were down 14-3. They gave up a one-play, 81-yard drive. It was a touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts to Deshaun Jackson, who's done that a bunch to the Cowboys.
Facts.
And then since that stretch, the Cowboys outscored them 34-3. But it was just incredible how bad the Cowboys defense had looked. And so you hear on one hand McCarthy talking about, oh, these guys, there's more continuity, they're practicing together more. It's like, yeah, but I mean, early on in this game, it looked more of the horrible same, where they're just continuing to disrupt you up front and run the ball as much as they will and want. And so it's like this balance between, is defense playing better, or did Doug Peterson's game plan sort of play into the Cowboys' hands a little bit there?
Well, they Doug Peterson, I think, helped you along the way. Like some of the, to me, I would have never stopped running the football. There's no way that I would have made. And he has a lot of confidence in Jalen Hurts. He really does. But you know how I would use Jalen Hurts? I'd have used him running the ball, and I would have used Sanders running the ball and Boston Scott running the ball. But hey, they didn't do that. Give the Cowboys credit.
The Cowboys
they got pressure when they needed to, too.
Cowboys and Eagles had the exact same amount of rushing yards, 151. Cowboys just had 5 more carries than they did. The Cowboys ran the ball 34 times and passed it 30 times, and the Eagles passed it 39 times and ran it 29 times. We talk, it's balance, one of those cliches in football, but this is a game where it's like, I don't know that I'm attempting half, and maybe he could argue, well, we were down 2 scores and turnovers, but it's like, I think the passing is what led to those being down 2 scores and turnovers.
Yeah. It's so funny. Folks out there want to, hey, the 617, I'm sorry, you can believe what you want. You can disagree with me about it because they're saying, the Eagles will not tank next week no matter. Division rivals 100% do not tank against each other. This team's gone through a lot. These football teams have gone through so much just to play these games. They're not going to sit there and if you have a chance to just bow out at the end, they'll bow out. The Eagles they're the same thing with the Cowboys. Same thing with the Cowboys. You'd have found a way, well, maybe we're not going to do this next week, and maybe we won't do that. Your mindset's a lot different in that Week 17. I just don't think the Eagles are going to play, and I don't think they're going to play hard against the football team. I really don't. 877-881-1053.
877-881-1053. Once again, betonline.ag has installed the Eagles as a 2-point favorite at home against Washington. Maybe that speaks to them thinking that who they think is going to play a quarterback.
If Alex Smith plays quarterback for the football team,
they should be favored.
They should be favored. Yeah, they should be.
Along with Brian Broaddus on Twitter at Brian Broaddus. I am Ari Temkin on Twitter at Ari Sports. Cowboys over the Eagles 37-17. And you can call or text to get in on the postgame show at 877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. Call or text or Twitch at Dallas Fan Cam and 1053thefan.com/fancam. All right, so what about the future of Kellen Moore? Did Mike McCarthy spill the beans a little bit on that? Plus, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Zeke Elliott all on the way, and your questions and your thoughts on the Cowboys' 6th victory of the season, a 37-17 shellacking of the Eagles. We're taking your phone calls and your thoughts on this one until 9:30 tonight, right here on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network, and Dallas Cowboys football will continue in a moment.
Yeah, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. All right, so what we're going to be doing is bouncing back and forth with them. And it's one of those things where we can sit back and feel comfortable about this game, feel good about this game. I know I'm crunk because, hey, we don't get a chance to see that doggone crow. And it feels good. Ain't this right, Stan? Ain't this right, James? Ain't this right, Steven? Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm still trying to build this thing. I don't know what the world is going on with it, but it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to support one another and continue to grind, Cowboys. This team, the way they fought, through and through, the way they continue to pick up things. I know that there's a great divide between do you pay not Dak Prescott, do you run with Ezekiel Elliott or do you run with Tony Pollard? Let's just put a placeholder on all of that and just say this right here. Let's just look at it like, why not use both of them? We play to win the game, ain't this right, Jack? You use both of them. Don't make it like you got to have one in order to have the other. How about you play to win the game? Adrian, ain't this right? And Jack, yes. Go Cowboys. We play to win the game. We play to put out our best. We play to showcase our best. We play to do this thing the right way. And we go through it. Yes, we do, Joel. Yes, indeed. You're speaking the truth over there. Vern Gallimore did step up. But the defensive guy that stepped up to me, Anthony Brown did a good job. Anthony Brown, let's give him a shout out. Let's give him one of those.
This is Sparta!
You give him one. Another guy, Diggs.
This is Sparta!
Let's give. I gotta say this, Randy Gregory.
This is Sparta!
Let's give Gallimore.
This is Sparta!
Who else y'all want to give a shout out to? Who else? Who else stood up and showed up and did their job? Hey, let's give a shout out to Crawford.
This is Sparta!
Who else we want to give a shout out to? Sean Lee. Yeah.
This is Sparta!
D-Law, okay.
This is Sparta!
Who else we giving a okay, I was just on the defensive side. But we can go over here to the offense. First and foremost, I got to do this. I've been giving the man all type of grief, all type of issues all this year, but I got to give it to Andy Dalton.
This is Sparta!
All right? And second off of that list, hey, we got to give it to Gallup. Gallup made plays. He turned a lot of things up and was able to get those extra yards and everything.
This is Sparta!
Who else we got to give a shout out to? Let's go in order. That was my order. Dalton, Gallup. What's the next order? Let's do this in order. I'm reading your comments. CeeDee Lamb, Zeke, Cooper. Who's in order? Let's give it to Ezekiel Elliott.
This is Sparta!
Let's give it to those boys. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Torrey said, nah, Law, you got to do it better than this. Torrey said, dog. I can hear his voice. Dog. You got to give it to the unit. Let's give it to the offensive line.
This is Sparta!
Let's give it to the offensive line. When you don't talk about the offensive line, and I know they had a bevy of injuries over there, but let's give it to the offensive line again.
This is Sparta!
We got to give it to the offensive line. Matter of fact, man, Jimbo, man, I really appreciate you for liking. Appreciate you for doing that. But look, let's just do it this way. Offensive line. Matter of fact, I got to play it all from the first beginning. Play it off to the first beginning. Come on. Offensive line. Get Cruff on the offensive line. Yeah. Offensive line. Say it in Law Nation voice. Offensive line for your mind. Let me see. Yes, sir. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Offensive line. All right, I can't leave off on just our offensive line. Let's give a shout out to Cooper. Oh, let's give a shout out to the young phenom. Let's give a shout out to CD for TD. And let's give credit to Schultz. Yes. Appreciate you. Come on.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. I just wanted to hear her say, yes, sir. Oh, my goodness. Let's.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Stan. For the $20 holler. Appreciate you. And he got another one over here. Appreciate you, Stan.
How did you like Sean Lee running with Mike as he for 34 yards?
Hey, he did a great job with him. I cannot complain. Otis, appreciate you.
This was my first Cowboys game to go to. It was awesome. Shout out Law, keep up the great work. #Law Nation, #Cowboy Nation.
Oh my goodness, appreciate you. All right, so let's tune this up because I left out a unit. Let's give a shout out to the special team. Let's put special team in the chat box or whatever abbreviation you want to put out there. Let me see special team. Yes, sir. They set the momentum. They set the tone. They set the pace. They came out with the fumble. That was the, hey, wake-up call. These boys are mama. Ashaniqua, Pookie, Ray, they hitting. They hitting over there. Yes, cry, Eagles, cry. Yes, Rap, appreciate you so much. Let's listen back in to 105.3 The Fan. I know they got to be ready.
Call the play for. They know that each of us can get the job done. So, yeah.
Amari, I believe, as one of the captains, you would have gotten to smash a watermelon last night. How hard is it to smash a watermelon, and can you take us through what that was like for the team?
It was a pretty big hammer, so it wasn't hard to smash it. But it kind of gets the guys going. With us being crazy football players and everything like that, guys just really like smashing things. I think that's what football is all about. Just hitting guys. So it kind of got everybody hyped for the game.
Amari, your thoughts on the possibility that Kellen Moore could leave to go to Boise State? Just your thoughts on just working with him the last couple of years.
I think he's a great coach, and obviously he was a player. He played at the highest level of football, and it shows in his coaching. I think he can go on to do great things, and I'm proud of him, whether he gets the position or not. But I think he's going to have he's already having a pretty good coaching career, but I think he's going to go on to do amazing things.
That's Amari Cooper. After the Cowboys beat the Eagles 37-17, still stay in the hunt at 6-9 with the Panthers win over the football team 20-13. It's the football team and Eagles next week, and the Cowboys and Giants, 3 of the 4 NFC East teams still alive for a division championship. But, quote, guys really like smashing things, end quote, from Amari Cooper there on the watermelon smash there, Broadus.
Always a big story, the old watermelons, right?
It's always a huge story.
Huge story. Not about the blocking or
on it. Yeah.
any of that stuff. Got to ask a question about the watermelons.
Hey, guys really like it.
Yeah.
Guys love to smash watermelons.
Guys like to hit things. That's why they play football, right?
That's why they don't need a hammer and a mallet to smash a watermelon. They just go out there and play on Sundays and do that. It's guys like us that don't get to do that need a mallet and a hammer for a watermelon.
Well, speaking of guys hammering and hitting, though, Amari Cooper with a nice block though on the screen.
Yes, sir.
That Michael had. So helmet sticker to him for clearing that path to be able to get Gallup up the sidelines the way he did.
877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. You can call or text that number to get into the postgame show, 877-881-1053. Cowboys over the Eagles, 37-17. Let's talk with Scott in Jersey. Go ahead, Scott. You're the Dallas Cowboys.
We're going to let Scott talk, but no way the Eagles try to lose on purpose. No way. Don't put that in your mental. They wanted to beat us.
What I want to know, though, Brian, are we the team that you want to face or you don't want to face if we get into the playoffs? I mean, we've been kind of getting better every week, and are we the scary team that you don't want to face when come to playoff time?
I think a scary team you don't want to face is the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
that's a scary team. And I know your question was about this particular team. The
Packers
Cowboys
are pretty scary.
Well,
I don't want to face them.
But the team's playing well down the stretch.
Right.
Teams that were kind of in that mode of, I think there's some things that you would not want to, if you're an opponent, to have to deal with the Cowboys, with the receivers. If you don't have enough defensive backs, obviously we've seen that they have that ability. The offensive line has done. We keep talking about them. I still think there's some problems on this defense. The secondary is back to health. Your linebackers really aren't at health. Your defensive tackles aren't at health. Randy Gregory, I thought, played a great game today, and we're starting to see that more. But if you said, give me a team that you don't want to face, I don't want to face the Baltimore Ravens. That's a team I don't want to face. That's a team I feel like is going to go in the right direction at 10-5.
And sometimes, you look at an offensive game plan and you think, like Seattle in recent history, it's like, man, they run the ball too much. If Seattle just put the game in Russell Wilson's hands, they'd win more. And this is the game where it's like, man, if they throw the ball way too much, Doug Peterson wants to throw the ball too much with this quarterback, and especially in this game where it just, you look at the numbers and you think, oh, did this get away from the Eagles because they weren't committed to running the football as much as they probably needed to?
Yeah. It was 14-10. They should have just kept running, and they didn't. I'll tell you what you have to worry about, too, a little bit for the Cowboys is, what's the weather going to be at the Meadowlands next week? That could be a huge factor because if maybe it's good that you had Zeke, had some success today, but I feel like they're going to have a hard time blocking that Giants front. They just, today they got after him. I give him a lot of credit. Be interesting to see with the weather and all the things going on next week. With so much on the line.
Yeah, I mean, if Washington loses next week, then the Giants and Cowboys is the de facto NFC East Championship game. And Jason Garrett is the offensive coordinator for the New York Giants. As Brian Broaddus, I'm Ari Tepkin, 877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. Let's talk with Oscar in El Paso. Go ahead.
Hey, before Oscar go, man, I just want to say this. Defense travel. Defense shows up in cold weather. That's why you got to have your defense there. I believe that the defense should still be on the same pace, causes the fumbles, causes the turnovers, force the quarterback to throw some ill-advised passes. Maybe if we can do that, then we can continue to win. My thing is, it's all predicated on how the Washington team play at the end of the year. It's all on them. I think that the defense still should be doing the same thing.
3 games, they have for 3 games, but I don't think they're gonna.
You're hoping.
Are they gonna go Wentz? Are they gonna go Hurts this week? We might have that talk this week with the Eagles. What I'm saying is,
what are they playing for? What are they playing? What are they really playing for? What are they really playing for?
To see what future they have in, and if those $41 million they have to pay Wentz, are we gonna let that go? I mean,
you don't think they've already made that decision?
I think we'll see a competitive game. With the Eagles, and hopefully the Washington football team lose, obviously. But
okay.
I'm thinking it'll be more of a competitive, not a tanking game. That's my only thought.
Okay.
Appreciate the phone call.
You can have wishful thinking all you want. The Eagles have nothing to play for. They really don't. They have nothing to play for. They really don't.
So which gives them a better chance? Which quarterback gives them a better chance to lose? Carson Wentz, right?
Oh, if you played Carson Wentz, absolutely.
But they're not. They're going with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
You can't go back to Wentz at this
Absolutely.
point. So you believe the motivation for this locker room, for the Eagles locker room, not going to be enough?
No. Today was an all or nothing game for two teams. It was all or nothing for the Cowboys or all or nothing for the Eagles. And the Eagles got embarrassed today. And think about it, they were moving the ball, they were scoring, and then what'd you say, 34-3?
Yeah, 34-3.
They got embarrassed.
And
they have more questions than they have answers
it's
right now.
It's not about not wanting to help the Cowboys because they don't want to help Washington either. But this is a team that seemingly gave up on its quarterback, right? Isn't that the story of the season for the Eagles, where Carson Wentz was terrible, but the team also probably didn't help him, and all of a sudden now Hurts comes in and plays better, and the team's playing better around him. It's like this team already kind of quit on the other quarterback.
Yeah. No, this quarterback gave them hope. This quarterback, they quit on Carson Wentz, even though Fletcher Cox came out in defense, but they saw their chance. They beat the second best team in the NFC in New Orleans a couple of weeks ago. Had a bad loss against Arizona last week. Had a chance to extend their season and got smashed today. What are they playing for? You could say, oh well, hey, they got to see what they got in their quarterback. They've made their decision, I believe, about Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
If you listen to this in the week, we've had guests on our show. They've told us that Jeff Lurie really likes Wentz. He likes the coach. He wants things to work out. But you don't think they've made their decision about that?
So what's the post-mortem on this season for the Cowboys, Brian?
They didn't figure out things quick enough. They made switches within the offensive line. They were able to defensively. The players started to say, "Listen, we're going to go down the drain if we don't start playing better. If we don't overcome some of this coaching that's going on right now." I think some of the guys stepped up, and you got a little bit healthier too. The turnovers were a big factor. And the turnovers and the offensive line. The offensive line's played much better.
So how? Because we criticized McCarthy and the offensive staff for not making the change earlier to move Zach Martin right tackle, to not get rid of Terrence Steele. So how do we sort of characterize now the decisions that they've made?
Oh, they're going to find a way to go beat the Giants.
7-9.
7-9. And then you're going to talk about the things you're going to point about is the team rallied at the end, but don't let that get in the way. Are you really good enough? Look at these other teams. Maybe you're watching what's going on at Lambeau right now as you're listening to us. The Tennessee Titans are getting thumped. and they're a good team, and
they're a 10-win football team.
And they're getting thumped by the Green Bay Packers. You as good as that team? You as good as the Saints? Look at your team. Look at maybe
any given Sunday, Brian. Any given Sunday,
play Tampa. Do you feel like, well, hey, that might be a pretty good matchup? But are you really good enough? Look at the teams that are going to be in the playoffs going forward, and look at and say, is our team really that good?
Not good enough for Green Bay, but it's crazy. Maybe the last 3 weeks has me a believer that this team could beat the Buccaneers in a game. This team could beat the Buccaneers. No,
sure.
I think the crop at the top of the NFC is the Packers, obviously the Saints, but beyond that, all those other teams, and maybe the Seahawks, all those other teams have showed flaws.
Yeah.
All those other teams have showed flaws.
Yeah.
Cowboys have showed some flaws too. I don't know how to characterize the Cowboys though overall. Like, what are they? They're good at the receiving core. They're good at the receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
Where else are they good? Where else could you say, like, I expect the Cowboys to be good here going to game day? Anywhere else? I mean, I guess offensively at this point.
Yeah.
The only expectation we have for this team on a game by game basis is their offense.
What won the game for you today?
Offense the first half and the defense the second half.
Your receivers.
Yeah.
Your receivers put them in harm's way. That's what Andy Dalton had time to throw the football, and then you had Gallup had 6 catches. Gallup didn't have a catch in the second half, did he?
No. Didn't even have a target in the second half.
6 catches, 121. Cooper, 4 catches, 121. CeeDee Lamb, 3 catches, 65. That was 3 touchdowns. Those long plays of 55, 69, 52. That's the strength of your team right there.
877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. I'm with you, Broadus, in terms of, and I've said this for weeks, are you closer to winning a Super Bowl the more games you lose because it heightens your draft status, or are you closer by getting to the playoffs this year? And I'm starting to go out the other side here because of the way that some players are starting to play, and maybe that's fool's gold, and maybe it'll give a wrong impression for, hey, we can count on this guy going into next year when they shouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Couldn't.
Yeah, you've got to look at what's going on with your offensive line with like Connor McGovern playing. There are some young guys that are getting out. Randy Gregory finally getting an opportunity.
What about Anthony Brown? Has he shown you enough? 2 interceptions now in 2 games. Any of these corners shown you anything?
Well, look at what happened today, though. Like Awuzie gives up a huge. The separation on his stuff, but he makes a key tackle on the 4th down play. This team just look at your team and see if you're as good. That's where I'm saying, and I appreciate all the fans out there, but that's what it is.
But how has this team improved in the areas where you thought that's in comparison to these better teams, which you're right? But where has this Cowboys team improved to the point where it's like, oh, maybe start thinking about it, and not maybe against the Packers, but maybe they can win a playoff game? Has that happened anywhere? Have you changed your opinion on the last 3 weeks on any
offensive line?
Offensive line.
Yeah, it's gotten better, at least where they can protect.
But that's pretty. And that's been consistent. Like at this point, you could say
since the Steelers game. Yes. Yeah.
But defensively, no,
not really. No.
So this one, I think, and I don't disagree with you. We chalk it up to Doug Peterson and an offensive attack for the Eagles that forgot that they should just run the ball continuously against this defense.
Yeah. You exposed your quarterback is what you did, and you didn't have to. Look at the teams that didn't have to have their quarterback play.
Right.
Cleveland, Arizona. Those game Baltimore. Didn't have to play.
Yeah, Doug Peterson forced his quarterback to have to play this one.
Yeah.
Brian Broaddus, sorry, tempted. Cowboys over the Eagles 37-17. They're 6-9. Their chances at a NFC East Division championship still out there going into Week 17. Taking your phone calls at 877.
Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Yay, hey. Here's what I don't want the narrative to be shifted. And we know they're going to talk about this on the national media in the following days. They're going to talk about the watermelon, right? And they're going to talk about how this is a racial undertone. And I already said that that's not. You know how the national media, Shay Sharp, going to be all on there talking about this and that, crying about what happened to his forefathers and beyond. And that's not the case nor the scenario. I'm just going to put that out on the forefront. And I don't care. I grew up in Natchez, Mississippi, and smashing a watermelon on the way that the coaches are saying is nothing to do with race or anything of that nature. Now, let's go ahead and get that out the way. Secondly, I don't think that the Eagles tried to lose the game. I want us to get that out of your mental. I want you guys to get that out of your thoughts. I'm going to say this again. I want you guys to get that out of your mental, get that out of your thoughts. And what I pulled from Amari Cooper's interview, Amari Cooper was talking about the fact that Kellen Moore is a great coach. He used those words. And I think that Boise, they don't like Kellen Moore. They love Kellen Moore. And here's the situation. When we look at it and we say to ourselves, man, let's just think about this right quick. I think that he's a hot commodity, and they're going to figure out a way to put money in his hand, and Jerry Jones going to have to make a decision. Either he make a counter offer or he say, well, Kellen, go implement your system there. My thing is there's still things that we have to take a look at as related as a collective about this team. The efficiencies of the red zone is still not where we want it to be. But shout out to Andy Dalton for making those killer fade balls in the red zone. Shout out to him. I gave him a war chant. So my thing is what it takes to motivate this team, they playing with passion. They playing with heart. And that's just what I see. They playing with that. And, of course, the Eagles are a team that we'll look back and say, they are who they are. But we gave them our all, and we won. So I don't want people to look at it and shortchange Cowboy Nation and say, well, the Eagles tried to lose because they're trying to play for draft picks. No, that's not the case, nor the scenario. It's not. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in to this chat. I'm going to read some of your comments today. We'll jump back and forth. We here tonight, baby. You guys know how this thing goes. Johnny Gonzalez says, boys just won. Yes. A win is a win is a win. Jessica, really appreciate you for holding it down over there. Dak and Jalen for 2021. Okay. And safety, we should go get Javon Hollins. Look, my thing is BPA, best player available. Brian is against us, law. This is from Akeem Smith. I just look at it. I think that he's more so calling it objectively. I think that Ari and Brian, they do a wonderful job on that station there. I just think that they're just looking at it from another lens. That's all I can say from here. Reggie Robinson did make a play. Yes, indeed. James Burton, we don't want to hear. Let me see if we went to brothers. Only you, James. But this is the thing. Y'all got me for all week. Y'all gonna hear me? Y'all got me all week. And Brian is just for a quick second here, so I can have some content because this is what I normally do. I actually sit there and we watch the game, and I probably will not go to sleep until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning because I'm gonna watch all of the shows. I'm gonna go back and I think Dallas Cowboys got a show on their website with Nate Newton, Big Nate. Shout out to him and whoever else that be on that show. I think it's Isaiah Stanback. I watched that, and then I watched what 105.3 the fans say. I want people to know this. At the end of the day, I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan, But these are just my thoughts and opinions. But I like to have different points of views, their content as well. And I formulate my opinion off of it, then I spit it out to you all. And shout out to my dog Mike Fisher and Brad Sham and all of those boys. But I don't want to get into a point whereas I'm talking and I don't get a chance to listen to them because I love valuable feedback. And I know you guys like my thoughts on things. So it's like a cycling opinion here, but it's one of those things where it's necessary evil, basically. So, but shout out to Brian Broadus. He's my dog.
Gallup's 2 first-half touchdowns. He didn't even have a target in the second half, but still a tremendous performance by Michael Gallup. 6 for 121 and 2 touchdowns, along with the Super Bowl winning NFL scout Brian Broadus. I am Ari Temkin on Twitter at Brian Broadus. I am on Twitter at RE Sports, Twitch at Dallas FanCam, and 1053thefan.com/FanCam. Let's hear from the aforementioned Michael Gallup after his 6-catch, 121-yard, 2-touchdown performance.
Michael, what was it like getting that third victory in a row, knowing you're still in it now that Washington took the L, and then you having a big game like you did?
Man, big time, loads of fun. It was just great to be out there, have a good time. Everybody was eating, everybody's having a great time. It was a fun game, and we needed it.
What's it like as a wide receiver core when, as you said, everybody's eating? You had the big first half, but then you see what Amari did, you see what CD did.
I mean, we talk about it every week. That's how it's really supposed to go. The defense doesn't know, who to double up, who to put their best corner on, because it really doesn't matter. So it was just that's what we know we can do. So we just got to go out there and do it, week in, week out.
When you think about everything you guys have been through this season, Michael, what's it like to sit there realizing you've still got a shot in Week 17?
Coach has told us that in the locker room. He was like, you guys have strained for this. You've worked for this, through all the ups and downs that we've had this season, losing players to injuries, football just not going our way. We needed this, and just to have it, happen like it is happening, it's just a great feeling.
Michael, what did it mean for you guys to know that maybe there was a deficiency on the other side, and the fact that you guys were able to continually exploit it time and time again and execute that well? What did that mean to you and your fellow receivers, as well as Andy Dalton?
That just builds confidence. We run a play and it, goes big time, big yardage, anything like that. And then, we're able to do it again and keep on doing it. That just builds confidence and something that we need, right here in the final stretch.
Michael, I believe they said on the broadcast that Coach McCarthy smashed watermelons again last night. Was that the case? And if so, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the captains got to smash some watermelons that actually had some candy in them. I don't think anybody ate the candy, but yeah, we did. We smashed some watermelons. It was an exciting thing that McCarthy came up with, and it's been on the good end for us every time we've done it.
Hey, Mike, it seemed like they were targeting you, downfield a lot, at least in the early going of the game. Was that something that y'all saw heading into this, or just the way they were playing you?
Really just the way they was playing us. If he's playing press, one high at the top, why not take that shot? It should either be a catch or a PI call. And that's what really, was happening. So it was just, in-game situations, nothing too crazy.
Michael, when you guys left here on Thanksgiving after that game against Washington, did you think that Week 17 you'd have a chance to make the playoffs? It's back there in the back of your mind, but it's still, you just never really know. It was a tough go there for a little bit. A lot of folks weren't really thinking it. We weren't, exactly thinking it. You're still going to practice and play for it, but you weren't exactly thinking it. So I guess that's the best way to put it.
Cowboys beat the Eagles 37-17. Brian Broaddus and I attempted with you. More on the watermelons. Watermelons playing a crucial role here in the outcome of this football game, Brian Broaddus.
Yeah, and we know what Jordy's story is going to be this week, right? Did you get 5 watermelon questions in today?
877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. The postgame show brought to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Matt in Fort Worth is calling in. Go ahead, Matt. You're on the Dallas Cowboys postgame show.
Hey, guys. Enjoy the show. Brian, I just want to say the best thing the fans done in a while is bring you on full-time. Love all your insight on everything.
Hear, hear.
I just wanted to touch base on Andy Dalton. When Prescott went down, I felt like we knew what we were getting as a backup quarterback, and we weren't getting that. I felt like he had a rough go of it with the COVID, with the concussion, not having practice with these guys as much as he wanted to. And you just see his progression week by week, getting familiar with the wide receivers, being comfortable in the pocket, and then getting rid of the ball really quick. And I know you've touched on it, Brian. He's not losing games for you,
right?
And I feel like he's starting to win games.
No, absolutely. It's a good take on Andy Dalton. I think he's becoming, as you said, a lot more comfortable with what's going on, knowing now that he is the quarterback of this team. And he had a rough start. There was no question with the injury, then the COVID problems, and there was probably some doubt, but he's playing better. And I think even at Cincinnati, there was some slippage in his play, and it's taken him some time to get back. But he's looking like the Andy Dalton of old, and he should be proud of himself the way he's kind of reinvented himself.
When you look at the way that he's played the last 3 games in particular, it's like that Ravens game, they wanted him to throw 50 times, and that was just a recipe for disaster. Whereas these last 3 games, they're asking him to throw between 20 and 30 times. And when the running game is playing the way that it did tonight, the way that it has the last couple of weeks, like that's a typical Andy Dalton line. You could expect to get, some pretty, 200 to 300 yards passing from Andy Dalton on 25 to 30 attempts. In this one, though, 377. I mean, he was trusting his wide receivers. And the thing is, it's like all year, these wide receivers and this wide receiving core has been so consistent. So, if you're a veteran quarterback, just trust the guys you have, especially because it's quick reads, get the ball quickly because they're trying to protect this offensive line.
Yeah, no, that's where, initially I believe that it started off where with Andy, you have to, with these quarterbacks in the offensive line, at least to get, you have to know where quarterbacks are going to be, where they're going to be in the pocket, how they're going to handle the game, how they're going to call the game in the huddle. These things that, they're going to take a little time. And they've been able to take advantage. The line has played together. We talk about the continuity. Andy has confidence, like, okay, if I have to move a little bit, I can. He's not going to hold the football. He's going to run for some yards if he can, or he's going to throw it away. So not only has, Andy's done a really nice job of helping this offensive line through some difficult times. He's let him grow while on the job, and I think that's what your backup quarterback has to do.
Has he played better than you expected him to play?
He has. He really has.
Better than you expected before the season started, if they needed him to play, or better than you expected considering how this thing started for him?
There were some times in Cincinnati where, he wasn't very good, and right. I felt like that, okay,
especially last year.
Yeah, we'd seen the end of Andy. But initially it wasn't great, but he's put a lot of things behind him. The team in front of him is playing better. So, and you got these receivers that are really the strength of this team. So, tip of the cap to him for bringing it all full circle.
877-881-1053. Steven in Denton. Go ahead, Steven. You're on the Dallas Cowboys postgame show.
Hey, all right. Hey, Broadus. Appreciate you guys taking my call. Broadus, I wanted to ask you, with this defense, the way that it's playing now, are there some easy things that they could do going into next week or even in the offseason that they can fix their play, or do you think it's more of a personnel issue?
I think it's personnel. I really do. I think there's some things with this group that schematically are not right, and I also feel like though that there's certain players, certain positions that they cannot win at, and until you change those positions or get personnel to play in those positions, then I think you're going to have some problems. Yes, they're winning games, but if in reality you have got to look at how you would compete against the other teams around the league, especially the upper echelon teams.
Right,
not just be 7-9 and win a bad division.
Right.
But like I say, watch Green Bay, watch the Saints, watch some of these teams that play Tampa Bay. You can watch them all, and you will find out why they at certain positions why they're winning games, because they've got the right personnel and they've got the right scheme.
Brian Broaddus, Ari Temkin on Twitter at Brian Broaddus. I am on Twitter at Ari Sports. And, of course, at 877-881-1053. 877-881-1053. Still to come with the postgame show, we'll hear from Zeke Elliott. Plus the play of the game and the player of the game as the Cowboys beat the Eagles and keep their season alive 37-7.
All right. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, share this content, let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. I'm your host, Law Nation. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Y'all give me who's the player of the game. Y'all let me know who is that person, who is that guy that was the player of the game. And y'all let me know as this game proceed, man, as this post-game proceed. I think that I already know what you guys are going to say, but I want to know your thoughts on everything. Chris says Broadus. Yep. What we have here, hit that like. Yes, Jeremiah Greens. Yeah, appreciate you. Here's what we got from here. We got a donation to help elevate the nation. I'm going to let the AI speak on that one as well. Andy Dalton, yes, indeed. Appreciate you. Somebody says Andy Dalton was the player of the game. The red rifle. I see two people, Gallup and Gregory. This is from James. Appreciate you, Orlando. Thank you so much for liking the stream. And it's one of those things, Cowboy Nation. We have to look at this thing and say to ourselves, come on. Yeah. Let me see if I can get this going with you. Shout out to you, man. Let me see if I can just read it. The AI is a little slow over here. Here we go.
Glad to see Brandon Knight and Terrence Steele progressing.
Appreciate you, Davis. Thank you so much for that donation to help elevate the nation. I don't know about Brandon Knight, yes. Terrence Steele, we're glad to see him out there. We didn't have to call his name but once. That's good. And he probably looked at it like, okay, this is revenge. And a lot of times we got to know that this is their second time playing the team. So when it's your second time, you be more abreast to what they're trying to do, right? So that could be a situation there, right? Randy Gregory, player of the game, CD for MVP. Eddie, I feel you on that, you know. Let's give it to the unit, offensive line. Let's give it to also the defense that calls the fumbles and getting the ball back to the offense. So we can look at it those ways. Shout out to Anthony Brown. Something about consistency. He got another interception. That was real brilliant to me for him to do that. That sparks up all type of love and adulations. And remember, he got a futures contract. Dirt cheap one at that. So now that money don't look that bad, right? Capital City says Andy Dalton with the exclamation points over there. Yeah, I feel you. I say Mike McCarthy. This is from Justin. Appreciate you, Justin. Complete team effort. Yeah. Look, there's 3 phases of a football game. I can sprinkle in 4. But the 3 phases, of course, you got offense, you got to have them to play well. Special teams, you got to have them to play well. Defense, you got to have them to play well. Also, within the confines of all of those 3 things, you also got to look at the fact that you got to have the coaching staff, right? The coaching staff is the glue that makes sure that those 3 phases of a football game goes together. You can draw up all of the plays you want, but if it's for the wrong person, then it's not going to gel, right? It's not going to go right. So that's why I'm looking at it, why I call it the 3 phases of a football game. And that's what we got to say, and that's what we got to see from here. Jerry Jones is from Chris Gray. The Jerry Jones press conference is going to be somewhat crazy. Complimentary football is what Maverick's saying. Yeah, complimentary football. We got to have that. Law of facts, it's just Brian is so negative against our team. This is a king. I feel you. But I just look at it like this. You always got to have that critic. You always got to have that person who have the critical eye, the person that goes and critique. You know, Cisco to Niebers, they used to give 2 thumbs up if a movie is good, but if it's not that bad, they give 2 thumbs down, and everybody say, okay, we're gonna watch it for just because of those guys' opinions, and we're gonna dissect and go over everything. There's a YouTube channel out there that I watch very closely. It's called Cinema Sins. They go and they say there's no movie without a sin. They go and point out all of the flaws in the movie, and they tag and they toggle the bad points out of that movie. And they got another YouTuber that's out there called Cinema Wins, I guess, you know, and they go through and they point out all of the gems in every movie. I think that's necessary. I think that Brian Broaddus is speaking objectively. I like that aspect of it. So we won't all be saying, okay, the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys going to win 5 Super Bowls in a row. And it's nobody's fault but this and that, you know. And they talk about the opposing team or the aficionados. I love it. I love it when you're being objective. Shout out to you, he says Michael Irvin. Yes. Gregory, in my opinion, is 7th day. Appreciate you. Go Cowboys. This is what Ortiz just said. Let's just go Cowboys. JS236 says, I love Cinema Sins. Man, they pretty dope. But sometimes they will berate and they'll talk bad. Look, they gave Cinema Sins did the Lion King, for crying out loud, right? They broke down the Lion King. And I said, man, come on now. But but they said no movie is left without sins, and I love their mindset on a lot of things, and they're one of the YouTube beasts out there that does all of the breakdowns and stuff like that. Shout out to you, Asmodeus. Appreciate you so much for tuning in. So I'll be back and forth, and then once they end, we'll pick up the phone lines and get what's on your mind.
They did a nice job. That's a big win today. Big win. I just let's see if they get some help though.
Cowboys need some help. You don't think they're going to get it? The Eagles,
I have my doubts. I really do. I have my doubts. You don't want to get into a situation, and people say, well, hey, the Jets played hard against the Browns and stuff like that and all. Yeah, that's fine. But, you'd already thrown away an opportunity to draft a generational quarterback. Right.
Shout out to you,
might as well go and win
might as well keep going. Might as well keep winning.
Might as well just keep going. Yeah. You're not going to hurt yourself any worse. But no, that to me, I do. I do worry about, everybody having hope, and they talk about pride and Eagles. The Eagles today was an all or nothing game for two teams. This was a playoff game between two teams today, and the Eagles came up short. And they're bad in the secondary, and Fletcher Cox is not going to play, and we'll see. I just don't see the football team to me has more to play for. They're the team with the better defense, and if they get their quarterback back, they should win that game.
Yeah, the only question I need answered in this game is who's playing quarterback for the football team.
That's right.
Because only chance the football team has of losing is without Alex Smith.
That's right. There was talk this week that Alex Smith had improved. They had worked him back into practice. So yeah, I mean, I'm just the Cowboy fans. I understand you have hope. I get it, but I'm just saying today was a difficult blow to the Philadelphia Eagles. A really, really difficult blow to them.
The football team without Alex Smith would have to go with most likely Taylor Heineke, who actually played decently well.
Sure.
But Heineke, a quarterback out of Old Dominion University. The football team, by the way, since 2018, they are 10-5. 10-5 with Alex Smith starting at quarterback.
There you go.
And 6-26 without him.
Yeah. He's the stability factor for that team. But if he doesn't play, you got a shot. But again, I'm just saying the Eagles, I think today took a lot out of them.
877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. Let's talk with AJ in San Diego. Go ahead, AJ. You're on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
Hey, good evening, guys. Happy Merry Christmas to you guys.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Game to watch. Thank you, guys. Last two games I feel have been playoff intense atmospheres for the Cowboys, and they played really well today. I was actually pleasantly surprised, really surprised with the draft picks. It's not often your first round pick gets 2 touchdowns, your second round pick gets an interception, your third round pick gets a couple of tackles for loss. Even Reggie Robinson made an appearance.
How about that?
How about
2 tackles?
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost a fumble recovery. I thought they played really hard. I'm right there with Broadus. I mean, look, even if by some fluke of chance they get in the playoffs, they're going to get obliterated in the first round.
Who
but
knows?
I do have a question for you
Who
guys.
knows,
Given
dude?
all that's happened this year, you lose your starting quarterback, your potential Hall of Fame center retires in the offseason, you lose 4 out of 5 on your offensive line, you lose a strength and conditioning coach, a guy who's very close to all the players.
Right.
If the Cowboys win the next game, but Washington takes care of business potentially with Alex Smith, the Cowboys finish 7-9. Would you guys consider this year a success?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Given the circumstances?
No, they beat bad teams. No.
But they're a bad team. With Andy Dalton starting and all of your offensive line issues and the defense.
I would consider it as a success. And here's why. You did all of the myriads of injuries. You went through everything. And I know it sounds like, Law, you just sound like an apologist for the Cowboys. But I look at the complete picture. And I would consider it as a success. You went out for the last 4 games. Would it be 5 games or 4 games in a row? I would absolutely consider a 7-9 season right now a success. There'll be something that the coaching staff and everybody can walk in during the OTA's training camp and say, hey, we didn't do our goal. We didn't meet to what we wanted to at the beginning of the year. But dog it, we fought, we clawed through, and we learned something. Now, I do know that this would be my speech if I was the head coach. I do know that, hey, it's going to be at least 30 to 40% of you guys that's going to be gone. But for those that stay in and those who are going to remain in the fight, I promise you, what we did at the end of the season, you can mark this down on the calendar for this year, 2021, that we got that resiliency level. And all if we had this type of fight in the beginning of the season, only you guys know what we would have become. So what I want to tell you guys now, that during training camp, let's run an extra lap. Let's do an extra push-up. Let's go through this drill one more time, because now we can be victorious. If all we do is put forth the extra effort, man, I'm telling you, a person with determination, with strong determination, can dig a ditch faster with a spoon than a lazy man can with a crane. And all of a sudden, everybody will buy into that more. People would, yeah, I'm from Mississippi, Ivory. I'm not from New Orleans, but shout out to New Orleans. But that's what I would say. Shout out to you, Christopher Danzler. Appreciate you.
To walk away with this division. But there's some games you absolutely could have won. And you didn't. You let the football team beat you twice.
Pretty badly.
Yes, both times bad.
41-16 and 25-3. Awfully. Could have beat the Steelers. The Steelers team that's reeling. Yeah. Missed opportunities in that game. Really bad game the first time he played the Philadelphia football team.
Yeah.
It's like
Ben DiNucci at quarterback that day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's,
and that's I mean,
look at
if Garrett Gilbert plays that game, what's the story there?
Sure, might be different. But just look at reality, Don't get mesmerized right now. Sure, if they find a way to win this division at 7-9 and get in, congratulations. But don't lose focus of really the big picture of this thing. That's where I'm saying.
Okay, so big picture, closer to winning a Super Bowl, not winning the division. Your belief.
They're closer to winning the division than they are winning the Super Bowl.
Right. But
with the current team you have right now.
But what you're saying, but at this point, we're talking about. I mean, they've already messed. The draft status thing is done, right? Like you're most likely outside the top 10.
Most likely, yeah.
So at this point, it's either you go 7-9, don't make the playoffs, 7-9, and make the playoffs. Both cases, bad draft pick. Maybe one more.
See, if you all season long we've been talking about Mike Nolan and his defense, right?
Yes.
And now we're talking about Mike Nolan saving his job. Things have changed, have remarkably completely different. Do you still have questions? Or hey, I'm all about Mike Nolan now.
No, a lot of questions.
Yeah.
A lot of questions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Are you any better? 8-8, 7-9. Are you any better? That's what, and yeah, these wins, great. That if for fans, super. But just think about the big picture of this football team.
Right.
There's a lot that still needs to be done here.
And the worst thing could be the idea of false hope for a front office that probably needs to have some tough conversations with itself in terms of how it's built this team.
Absolutely it does. It needs to look at its roster and say, hey, can we really count on this guy? Can we really count on this coach? Can we really count on the process that we're thinking about right now? Is our plan good? Cowboy fans, I mean, they'll remind you about 25 years of not being in an NFC championship game. They'll remind you of that. Are you any closer to that? And
well, I just got to say this, and I appreciate your point there, Stephen. And this is from Stephen. He says, Law, if you think this season is a success, going to 7-9 every season. This is not every season. This is their first season with Mike McCarthy. First season, 7-9. And he says with every season is a point. One claims success at the end. Super Bowl winners. Law back to sounding ridiculous again. Well, here's the situation. You don't win every battle. But there's victories in every battle. There's things that you can learn from your opponent. I recall a movie called the Creed 2. And the young kid there that was fighting, and I know it's a fictional movie, but I can pull up other references. But they said he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a dog fighting chance in that victory or that battle, I meant to say. And he lost. And I recall his lady at the time said, give this up. Don't do this. But all off season that year, he said, baby, I got to get back into the ring. But she said, you will die if you get back out there. But he learned something in that battle, meaning that, hey, I can win this. I just got to refocus my mind, right? He lost. He went all the way to the desert, started moving tires around, went out there and got the better and the best trainer to elevate his skill set. I'm not talking about football. I'm talking life to you guys. What you listening to me, you make and propel yourself, meaning that, hey, when you down and out, there's a victory in the moment because you still have breath. You still have life. I'm preaching to you and you're getting it for free. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, yes, we didn't go win the Super Bowl this year. Yes, we didn't go win undefeated, and this year's not even over with yet. But yes, our record may not be for what we think it should be, right? I remember, I can take it biblically since it's Sunday for you guys. There was one guy who told his brethren one day that you all would bow down to me, right? And they got jealous of him. Oh, you think you better than me? So they sold him. They lied. They said, okay, come with me, brother. They sold him off to slavery. They threw him down into a pit, bottomless pit. That brother was in slavery for 25 years. His victory wasn't when he came out, believe it or not. His victory was when he got down in the bottom of the pit because he still believed. It took that man 25 years for his vision to come true. And the craziest thing of it all, that he said, hey, believe it or not, I suffered so that you guys wouldn't suffer. There's a remnant of blessing upon everybody. See, I'm giving you guys facts. Now what you say when you look at this team, yes, we suffered. Yes, we lost our left tackle. Yes, we lost our right tackle. Yes, we lost our quote unquote, he retired before the season even started. So this is not ridiculous talking to you, but there's many victories, small victories that you can look at this thing and say, okay, we can build upon this. Now we know for sure that if we ever face with this type of situation again, we'll be more prepared. Oh, we know for sure that in the off season, we need to get better in this category. But we know for sure we got a dog out of CD Lamb. We know for sure that Diggs, for everybody who was saying, hey, he should just count the rest of this season out, that he got some necessary training done. He caught an interception. Don't you know that that's valuable reps, that's valuable experience? That's a success. That's a victory for him. Let me know if I'm lying. Let me know if I'm lying. Let me know. That's victory for him. Don't you know that he'll be more prepared next year than he is this year? Let me know if I'm lying. The way Tony Pollard ran the ball last week, don't you know that he'll be better prepared for next year? Wasn't that success? Look, we can't be looking. Look, this is what people like to do. They like to compare people to other people and don't know how they got there. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else chapter 32. I recall Amazon in 1995, the guy was working out of his garage. Was that success for him? In 1995, he had a thing that's on the wall that said Amazon. Now he's one of the richest persons, wealthiest persons in this United States. But he didn't give up then. Can you imagine who he owed in 95, who he owed in 96, who he owed in 97? Can you imagine if he'd have listened to somebody named Steven, said, hey, man, you're having a horrible year. You might as well pack up. You might as well quit. But no, he continued to grind. He continued to find other ways to get this thing going the best way possible. And I'm not trying to sit here and say the Cowboys don't have any flaws. No. I'm just saying that, hey, the reality is that these guys are fighting. These guys are clawing through. Don't you think that Anthony Brown feel good about this thing? And I'm not just trying to sit here and say this is for a feel-good moment for Anthony Brown. But now he can say, okay, within the confines of this defense, I can play back in this zone right here. I can cover the lower thirds right here. That's what I'm saying. Bill Gates did the same thing. Yes, indeed, Stan. There's a similarity for those who continue to grind, who block out the outside noise. These are facts because we can look at this thing and say, okay, we could have tanked many of games ago. But I remind people, was Aaron Donald drafted with the first 5 picks? Did they find Aaron Donald there, right? Was Jerry Rice drafted with 3rd overall? Let me know if I'm lying. Oh, if you guys, all you got to do is right here on YouTube. Go back 2 years ago, 3 years ago, type in Sam Darnold. And people were saying that he's the next best thing since sliced bread. What have Sam Darnold did for the Jets? I'm waiting. Josh Rosen, he's a franchise changer. He's been on multiple teams. He's looking for a job, by the way. So don't fall into the traps of thinking that the draft will save you. We got CeeDee Lamb, who scored a touchdown today, who we picked 17th overall. We got a Diggs that caught an interception today. Let me know if Jeff Okudah, I'm not yelling, I'm just talking passionately. But you can go if you can't accept these facts. I'm speaking to you real stuff. You can take it and apply it to life and you can become somebody. That's all I'm saying. But I'm speaking real stuff. And I know that a lot of people can't receive it because they can't see the picture because they are in the frame. That's all I'm saying. My thing is, Cowboy Nation, we just saw Diggs caught an interception. Let me know if Jeff Okudah caught one today. How's Jeff Okudah? Let me know how C.J. Henderson is doing. These facts are so good it make your teeth white. I promise you they do. It make your beard hair grow. I'm just playing with y'all, man. Y'all know I'm just passionate. I can't turn my passion down. So if you feel uncomfortable, you can go. You can leave. I'm not begging you for you to stay. If I can get it out. If I can get it out. These are just facts. When I told everybody and I pulled up the historic data, these are actual artifacts that I pulled up and I pulled them out, and these are not me sky-filling. When I pulled up and said that in the last 10 years, I could went all the way back to the last 15 years, and said that there's no team that won the Super Bowl by tanking. Could nobody out-debate me because I pulled up facts. 2 + 2 is 4, not 3. The craziest thing about that is universal. I can go to China, it's the same answer. I can go to the moon. 2 + 2 will be the same answer. I can go all the way to Saturn. The exact same answer. It's facts. And that's what I deliver.
This week being a scratch, inactive for the first time for an injury all his career. Here's Zeke Elliott with the media after the win.
Shout out to Zeke.
How did it feel to be out there and look like the finisher, kind of throwback of what you were even earlier this year?
Man, it felt great. You know, it felt great to come out and lean on those guys a little bit. We knew that it was going to be tough sledding at first, but we just had to grind them out, and we knew the big ones were going to come towards the end of the game.
Zeke, what gave you the confidence to believe that this was possible, that you would still be playing for something meaningful in the last week of the season?
Because I'm a competitor. If you gave up 5-6 weeks ago, you shouldn't even be. We don't even want you on our side. We're competitors. This whole team is. We're a team of competitors, and we weren't out of it. And all we have to do is we gotta win next week, and we need a little help from the guys we just played. You know, I like how the team's playing football right now. Coach McCarthy said his plan was for us to trend up through the season, and right now I think we're catching fire at the right time.
Early in the season, there's a lot of turnover issues with your team, and now it seems that the tide has turned. Just your thoughts on what the defense is doing, especially when they create turnovers.
The defense definitely was catalyst. When they force those turnovers, when they take the ball away, it puts us in a good field position to go score. And I think they had a couple that were on their side or on our side of the 50, or maybe is that called their side or our side? But anyway, they were less than 50 yards away from scoring. When we take the ball away, we're in the red zone. I mean, that hurts the offense not to get points there.
Your thoughts on how Andy's been playing the last couple of weeks? I mean, he's obviously a legitimate starter in this league, and just what you've seen of him especially during the win streak.
Just confidence. He goes out there with confidence. He goes out there and leads us. He gets us all in the right spots, and he's just been doing a great job of spreading it around. He's a great leader, and he's definitely been a big reason that we're able to win these last 3 games.
Zeke, what was Mike McCarthy's message in the locker room after the game?
Just that he's proud of the way we came out there and fought, and we're not done. We still got to go handle business next week, and hopefully, we'll get a shot to suit back up in the playoffs.
Getting hot at the right time, according to Zeke Elliott, who, again, went over 100 yards in this one on 15 carries. An impressive performance for Zeke after being inactive last week due to a calf injury. With Brian Broaddus, I'm Ari Temkin. Cowboys over the Eagles 37-17. I've seen a lot of people at text line come through talk about Prescott.
Appreciate everybody. Appreciate it, everybody. Shout out to you, Adrian Dyson. Appreciate you so much.
Preach, preacher. In my Kirk Franklin voice.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the $9.99 for your mind. Really appreciate it.
So, if you have a quarterback that can throw for 5 touchdowns in a game, then you've got a quarterback that can win you a Super Bowl. And has Andy Dalton played considerably better? Yes. Considerably better than any of us expected, especially in this game. But I still don't know that we think that he's on a level of, Dalton can carry you in the playoffs. And I heard that a lot. Well, Dak was 1-3. They gave up 49 points to the Browns. Was Dak responsible for that? 38 to the Seahawks. That's Dak's fault? 39 in a win the previous week against the Falcons. This is the worst defense in the history of the Cowboys from a points total given up. 450 points now given up by this defense. And it started with 20 to start the year against the Rams, and then 39 against the Falcons, and 38 against the Seahawks, and 49 against the Browns, and they actually won one of those games. 877-881-1053, 877-881-1053. Let's also hear from Mike McCarthy, because I thought I thought before the game he maybe said some things that made it seem like he thinks that Kellen Moore is gone. Take a listen. Here's, once again, Mike McCarthy after this game.
Yeah, that was positive.
On Kellen Moore.
Let's listen.
I thought Kellen called an excellent game today. I mean, just the adjustments that he made throughout the day in the run game, and and the ability to get the ball thrown as much as we did, outside. So I really like the running, pass mix. I think the fact that we're playing, with the same offensive line now for a couple of weeks, and I think he's in sync with our offense, and just because of all the challenges we've had with the different, the many injuries that we have. So I like the way Kellen called the game, and it really, as far as Kellen's opportunity or potential opportunity, that's really not for me to speak on. I think it's something that he'll ultimately speak on, and like I was asked the other day, it's every opportunity is unique to the individual. I can only tell you that we think the world of Kellen. He's done an incredible job here. So we definitely respect and understand the uniqueness of this opportunity to Boise and himself and his family. So I think at the right time, that's really for Kellen and Boise State to speak on. But I probably said too much already. But we think the world of him.
I don't. Maybe I'm just looking for it, but it sounds to me like he thinks that Kellen's gone.
Yeah, it sounds like he said too
I would think
much
so.
there. Yeah.
Kellen Moore, that's a dream job, I believe, for him. That he was so successful at Boise all those years. Really, if you look back, that's a job that guys don't get fired there. They've taken that job and had some success and then moved on to other places. But to me, Kellen Moore, I always believed that Kellen Moore was going to be the next coach at Cal or one of those Pac-12 schools.
You could always see him being a college coach.
Yeah, you could see him like handling recruits and and enjoying that kind of the lifestyle, and so he's done a really nice job. The best coaches they've had on their staff have been the guys that have been the holdovers. If you look at it, I just with him, Doug Nussmeier.
What's impressed you about Kellen Moore?
I think the fact that Kellen Moore has taken whatever's been given to him and he's tried to do his best in order to make it work. He's like, okay, how can I play to Ben DiNucci's strengths? How can I play to Dak Prescott's strengths? How can I play to Dalton Schultz's strengths? He's trying. He's doing this offensive line. How can I call a game that doesn't compromise these guys?
Yeah, he's not beholden to, well, we have always run plays like this. We've always run these plays.
This is my scheme, and we're going to do it. Yeah.
Right. Even last year, he's talking about, I'm watching football games, and I'm taking plays from games I'm watching. And you'd see Oklahoma run a play one week, and then the Cowboys run that play on Sunday. That is really good coaching. And for this organization, they were so far away from that kind of coaching for such a long period of time. That's going to be a tough loss for the Cowboys if, in fact, it is, with Kellen Moore potentially going to Boise. Home to over 8,500 of your favorite electronic games, more than 1,000 table game seats, and 1,400 luxury hotel rooms. It's
no doubt. I think with Kellen Moore's situation is he's green. He was green, and we want things to happen so quickly. I talked about the fast food mentality, but at the end of the day, there's nothing like having your own. Right? You don't have to go ask somebody to, can you use the restroom or can you go into this room? You want to have your own house. Sometimes when you move out of mama and them house, you may move into a smaller house, but it's yours. It's your baby. And when you have full control of the offense and defense and the meetings and everything from A to Z, it's a different type of feeling. Now, I do know that coaching on the Cowboy staff, it holds a lot of weight. All the eyeballs are on you. When you win, everybody's kind of pumping you up, bloviating and spitting out good stuff. When you lose, everybody's like crash and burn, right? But Cowboys, as it relates to coaching, it's just like a premiered spotlight that everybody want to come to the Dallas Cowboys and say, okay, I would love, it would be an honor to coach here. Just like Urban Meyer said the same thing. I'll be honored to coach for the Dallas Cowboys. So, and I think Mike McCarthy said the same sentiments there. It will be an honor for me to coach for the Dallas Cowboys, right? And now he is coaching. Now everything gets scrutinized and everything get stretched out, but that's just the price of doing business with the Dallas Cowboys. When you get here, everybody, look, First Take, they going to eat this thing up. Headlines, I can see it in bold letters. Cowboys smashing watermelons again, and it's going to be skewed. I can't talk tonight. Skewed to the highest level of negativity. It's going to be spread all over all of the major networks, and you're going to have Shay Sharp. You're going to probably have what's the other guy? Stephen A. Smith. You're going to have them all talking about. I can't believe they had it. And it's just how it is. And they're not even going to talk about the game as much, but they're going to talk about the hotlines, the headline news. But then you got people like me, and you got people like Sky and Big Game James, Mark Holmes and beyond, and whole other people, Tucker, Star Gang. You got people like us that would get out here and we'll speak our voices and our minds, right? We're not a major network, but at least y'all can come here and y'all can at least get parts of the truth, right? And then you have the DallasCowboys.com, so they will be putting stuff out there too. Shout out to you, Keem. Shout out to you, Jessica. Yeah, Rodney, appreciate you. Shay Sharp is so hypocritical, basically. Yeah, and Salah, appreciate you. The Reaper, Cowboys B is dead. Whoever did it, high five. I don't know what Cowboys B mean, but shout out to you, though. Carlos, what's good with you? He knows all of the plays. With Kellen Moore, we can see the possibilities, though. Remember, this is only year 2. Year 3, year 4, year 5, he's just going to get better. It just goes with experience. Everybody know what I'm about to say. A new broom can sweep the floor good, but that old broom, that old broom can get those corners. Yeah. Let's see if they still there. They're on vacation over there. All right, so 9:15 for where I'm at. I'm going to open up the phone lines for a brief second, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm going to find me something to eat. Shout out to them. They only got like 15 minutes left on the show. I'm going to post a link again in the description box. So if you guys are ever on the road, if you want to support 105.3 The Fan, shout out to them. They support me. I support them. Hit them up on 105.3 The Fan. They're brilliant network, brilliant host there on 105.3 The Fan. Shout out to Ari Tempkin. Make sure y'all subscribe to his independent pages as well as Brian Broaddus. Hit him up and let him know that, man, he's doing a wonderful job, objectively speaking, right? Don't send him hate mail. Don't be mad at the brother. He just, that's just how it goes. You got one guy that's going to speak this, you got one guy that's going to speak that. That's just how it goes. So while I make the transition over to the phone lines, just give me a few seconds and I'll have it up and running. Just give me a few seconds. I want to know your thoughts, man. I really do. And I want to know you guys how you feel about the draft, how you feel about the last game, how y'all feel about what's his name, the Washington team. Yeah, how y'all feel about that? So many things. Let me see. Bam, and here we go. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah. Give me a couple seconds. Let me put a timer up on this thing.
Be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, because you don't know who you're going to meet.
All right, Cowboy Nation. Bear with me. All right. We about to bring the 903 in. Jessica. You're
Hey,
live.
Lau, what it do?
Nothing to it. You're live like 95, the first caller in. Talk to me. How you feel?
I feel wonderful with this win. This win put a smile on my face. I needed this win. I needed them to win today to bring me some kind of joy. Because when you get news of the auntie that lost her son is back in the hospital and ain't doing too good, all I can do is pray and encourage her and tell her to fight. And I'm glad that our boys won. And I sent you that meme. I was asking you, did you get your meme that I sent you with the eagle upside down with the big old cowboy star going into it? But anyway, remember how I told you they needed to keep Randy in the game? Every time they take Randy out, it seemed like stuff was going opposite. But when they got Randy out there, when they put Diggs out there, when they put all those weapons out there on defense that I was telling you that we needed out there, and you saw how Jalen was able to go up there and how I went in Tank inbox while it was halftime, and I was telling him, I said, Jalen Hurd like to go to the left, then he like to go to the right, then he like to try to throw y'all off and go up the middle. Y'all need to put somebody on both sides, and y'all need to go at them. I did put that in his inbox. I don't know if he looked at it or not on Twitter, but I did put it in there. Because all I want to do is win. And all this talking about, oh, they don't need to win, them games don't matter. Why they talking about that team? Maybe them teams said they want to win, even though if it don't matter, even though if they is eliminated, they still might go out there and beat them Redskins. You can't say whatever. I'm not saying I'm looking for them to take care of our business, because we should took care of our business, you know what I'm saying, weeks ago, games ago.
Right.
But it don't matter. I still want our team to win out. Success can't come if you give up. Success come when you keep on fighting until you win. It's just like everybody been saying, it's not how you start out, it's how you finish. Yes, we had a lot of things going on this team. You had people that had COVID. People that ain't had COVID don't know how COVID do our body. Because look at me. I done been through so much different stuff in my body, but yet I'm alive. And it is hard to breathe and all that when you got dealing with that stuff. Our bodies have to build back up, and it got to get back in order. But your body never be the same. And once this virus get in your body, I don't know what this virus is, but this virus, it is something. And when it get in there, because it takes out people, it's killing people. So people that beat this here is blessed. But like I said, this game, this win, it gave me some joy today.
Joy.
Because it has been a week, but I thank God I made it. Yes, I miss my baby, my cousin. Yes, I'm praying that my auntie beat this thing, because she's sickly. She got sugar. She got all these different illness in her body. And people that had those things, my cousin had it, she died. We had to deal with that in the early part of this year. It done been some more that died. Had two cousins die. My little cousin and an older cousin died of that. But like I said, the win today, I just want to see our boys go out there and beat the Giants like they did the Eagles. Go out there with a mind to win. Go out there with a mind to fight. Go out there and fight, no matter how it goes. Y'all have a great one.
Appreciate you, Jessica. We love you, and we hope all is well. That's what I'm talking about, from the 903 to Living the Thunder. Hey, you might want to write this down. You learn more from your failure than your success. You learn more from your failure than your success. And when you do that, you calculate how I can overcome, how I can stand on the things and the principles, stand firmly in what I believe in. And that's where you do it. And that just is the power of motivating, the power of positive thinking. I really appreciate her. We got the 205. 205, you're live.
What's up, Long?
What's good? Man, it's good to hear you. It's good.
Man,
Talk to the nation.
What's happening? I'm glad for the win, Long. Well, let me get, because I know you got clock game. Listen, Jessica is right. We have to win out. And you know what, Jessica? This is why it don't go a day goes by that hearing her voice changes everything in my life. And I thank her for that. Let me tell you something. Win out, Cowboys. I don't care what happens, but win out. Go out on a good note. You know, my father-in-law, let me say this real quick. My father-in-law was in Vietnam. And they had a platoon of 16 men. And they had a guy was a spotter. And they had this other sergeant, his name was Sergeant Poole. And his nickname was Get Back. Well, he spotted the enemy forces coming in on him. And he said, how many Koreans is it? He said, it's not Korean. He said, well, what is it then? It's a couple of hundred baboons. You mean the one with the red asses? Yeah, that's the one. And all of a sudden, he said, retreat. He said, but we got M16. He said, that don't mean nothing to no baboons. Find a palm tree and climb up it. And all the baboons came, about 200 of them. You had them all on the ground, scratching their chest, and some was rubbing their thumbs. He said, Sarge, what we going to do? He said, what they want is our clothes. What about we can't give them our guns? He said, they don't want the gun. They want our clothes. Well, they gave them the clothes, and they was up in the baboon tree, buck naked. And imagine that. That should be the next movie. Me and my M16 buck naked in a tree. And that's all I got to say, brother.
Appreciate
we
you.
Got to win out. We got to win out. We got to win out. I hear they said this is a man world, but it ain't nothing without a woman or a girl. If women want to play football with the men, like out there at Vanderbilt, I ain't got no problem with that. But when the Miss America pageant roll around, I'm gonna get me some Speedos and some color flip flops, and I'm gonna compete for the Miss America pageant, and I'm gonna let it all hang out. And that's all I got to say, bro. Now look.
Love you too, Uncle Charles. Oh my goodness, man. Nothing but the truth from him, man. Nothing but the truth. You can't end your day without a happy moment, without listening in to what Uncle Charles had to say, man. Hey, always brilliant with his analogies, man. Hey, guerrilla warfare is something serious, right? Whereas you may think that you have more power, but hey, they got more numbers. Let's listen, and they know the terrain. 202, what's new? You're live.
Hey, what's going on, Charles, man? I mean, Law, man. Hey, look, your Uncle Charles is a trip, dog.
Oh, yeah. He got him for you.
That was special right there, man. Hey, look, man, definitely a needed win. I'm proud of the boys, man. I still feel like Kellen Moore put us in a trick bag sometimes because, like, come on, man, you on the inch line and you run a naked boot. That don't even make sense, man. Don't even make it, you know what I'm saying? And I think Zeke, upon feeling healthy, I think that Pollard lit a fire underneath of him.
Right.
Indirectly or directly, it lit a fire underneath of him. And I'm totally agree with you and the other brothers, man. Like, they can work excellent together versus trying to pin them against each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, defensively, I was happy. We played with some attitude, man. Like, it meant something to us. You know what I'm saying? And I often tell my kids that, like, when I'm coaching them, if it don't mean nothing to you, don't step out here. Don't step out here. I need blood, sweat, and tears, man. Blood, sweat, and tears. Don't pull a Haskins. You lose a game and you out at the strip club. Come on, dog. It don't mean nothing to you then. But when you put the work in, when you run all them sprints, be in the weight room and running heels, push-ups, whatever it may be, that stuff wasn't for nothing. It's not for nothing. So, you know, I know it's a different ball game now because it's about money, but at the same time, man, if you get the wins, the money gonna come. The money gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So I really ain't got a whole lot, man. I just, you know, I'm happy about the boys winning. I'm gonna support your channel because you got great content. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, let me say this, man. You're doing a wonderful job with your kids, man. Anytime you are able to coach and elevate them and giving them the fruits of life, telling them, hey, if your heart is not in it, don't do it. If your heart is not in it, don't do it. And that's a major thing. I go back, and I'm a movie buff, and I know that it could have been pulled off of fictional stuff, but there was this movie, a certain movie called Ray Charles. You remember that movie? And his mom was hard on him. She said, this world don't give a care. Because he's blind, he couldn't see. He fell. He fell down a flight of stairs. He fell and ran into the wall. But she didn't say, okay, get up. Oh, let me hold you up. No, she made him work through that so that he can become the person that he became. I'm quite sure that Ray Charles wouldn't have been Ray Charles if he had not listened to what his mom had to instruct him. She was his first coach, right?
Oh, yeah, no question.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for calling in, though, man.
Hey, look, let me say this real quick.
Go ahead.
There's one thing that I tell my kids, and you can apply it to life, right?
Mm-hmm.
From sideline to sideline, from goalpost to goalpost for 4 quarters. Think about that.
I'm going to let that sink all the way in. Appreciate you from the 202. What's your name, fam?
Oh, David Chris Jr. I call myself Coach. Everybody call me Coach Dave.
Coach Dave, man, appreciate you, man, so much. Give you a war chant.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good thing, man. The qualities of life, man. That's life, baby. That's life. You play through the echoes of the whistle. Inched from sideline to sideline. Don't give up. Continue to fight. Continue to figure out ways. And I'm not saying that just because somebody have a different opinion and view that they're wrong, but I just like these type of things. We got the 415. You're live.
Hi, guys. Very hairy around my penis and my balls. Chronic masturbator. Love the jerk.
All right. Try again. You don't do that. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you call in with that crazy stuff, man, you call in with that crazy stuff. You know how that goes. Call back in. 682-214-4087 is the hotline for your mind. You don't come up in here and do that.
You get
nothing.
You lose.
You lose.
Good day, sir.
That's what you get when you calling in to the nation. Boy, I can't stand that. All right, 682-214-4087. You get nothing. That's the hotline for your mind. Boy. Hey, man, how he gonna get on here and try to take over? You know I'm gonna talk about him. No, I'm gonna talk about his mama, uncle, cousin. Whatever he do. All right, you got the 682. You're live, 682. There we go. 520. What do you know? Talk to me.
Right, 520 for your mind.
For your
on the
mind.
line.
Yeah.
Uncle Charles, he's a fool with that, but he's that uncle that tells the stories, and I'm the uncle to be handing out them damn dollar bills and shit.
Appreciate you, man. you sponsoring the show. I love it.
Yeah, you were talking about earlier about Brian Broaddus being objective. Mm-hmm. That means objectivity is the key. So
right,
he ain't no homer. You know he ain't a homer because if he was, he'd be Cowboys this, Cowboys that, bing bang boom, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. But he was a scout. He was a scout. So obviously he's 110% with his analysis, mm-hmm. because he's seen he's got at least 20 years worth of damn experience,
right?
More than that. So ain't no reason to be hating on him. That's number one. Right. Number two, the watermelon thing. Me being a brother, I hate watermelon. So smash a watermelon, smash that mug. I can't stand watermelon. I can't eat it. I can't eat it. I can't eat that. And you're gonna hear the Stephen A's, and they're gonna have that little snippet about that. He's gonna be mad mm-hmm. as hell. And I heard y'all talking about that Philly 500. Yeah, that dude. Whew, that cat is something. He was hot, livid. And I trolled a couple of those Eagles spots, and dropped in something about how about them Cowboys? Well, they didn't like that, but
right.
I really didn't care. I had to do that. I had to troll some of them. But with the whole thing with Kellen Moore wanting to leave, or him getting an offer from Boise State, if he goes, he goes. He's got to try to elevate his game and try to get his program going.
Right.
And then as far as on the defensive side, coaching, I was going to call in and ask about the Sean Lee part, about him just hanging up them cleats and putting on that suit and getting on that sideline coaching. Now, I do believe the last linebacker that coached for the Cowboys was Datton Wynn, and he was a linebackers coach for the Cowboys.
Right.
So I think that was during maybe it was probably after Parcells. It might have been during Wade Phillips.
Yeah, they brought him in for a brief spell, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. So they brought him in for a little bit. So I'm all in on Sean Lee coaching. It's just making that transition from player to coach, and players have done it in the past. But player coach Bernie Kosar's done it. I think Testaverde's done it before. Even I think one quarterback, what the heck is his name? DeBerg. Yeah, Steve DeBerg. He did the coaching and the coaching and player thing. So that's about all I got. But I'm gonna continue to troll them Eagles.
Oh yeah.
It's good. It's a good win, and the turning point in the game was that pass to Gallup. That was the turning point of the game right there when he made it 14-10.
Yeah.
And then that's when it started gaining that momentum. And then you get them shut down again. And then you get them out again, get that Eagles offense out of there again, get down the field and kick that field goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have tried to sneak it too. You know, that was my first impression that they was going to try to sneak it, but they didn't do it. So I'm sitting here in Arizona watching. I think it was Rams and the Seahawks. I was watching that game, and I guess when that game was over, I was getting ready to turn the channel, and then it flipped to the Cowboys game, and I was like, "Well, what the?" I was like, "Oh, this was a little bit more competitive." Well, that was a competitive game between the Seahawks and the Rams, but it's just you see the turnaround. I guess they gave him that little bit. Maybe Jerry put some money under the table, under somebody's table, the Fox or something like that, and paid him out. But and I like the way they did the sideline, with the camera with the sideline after Gallup made his touchdown and Lamb got that touchdown, and how they keyed in on the player out there on the field. They need to do more of that. Well, other than that, I'm gonna get off this phone because I got to go to sleep, and I got to find me something to eat. Believe that.
Appreciate you, Uncle
I'm
Dave,
out.
man. Appreciate you.
Deuces.
That's what I'm telling you. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Hey, that's Uncle Dave, man. When he come in, hey, he be spitting the truth too. And that game today was shot so clearly. Hey, if you guys didn't get a chance to see it, just go back and try to go to one of those shows that replayed it, NFL Game Pass. You can do that, and they will re-show the game, man. But it was real clear today, man. 682, you're live.
Flat cock, sliding up and sucking on it.
Yeah.
You get nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir. All right, so 682-214-4087 he's only making himself look like a fool. All right, so he get nothing. All right, that's the hotline number for the mind. All right, so let me see. 949, you're live.
Suck a nigga dick. You get nothing.
I can kick people out all day. 512, you're live.
Yeah. Warm it up, though. Hey, we warmed up this hot L. Hey, you know the vibes today, my guy. I ain't calling the troll. You know I gotta congrats you, bro.
Man, look. Before you go further, man. Shout out to you, man, for you showing a big man move right here. That's boss move right there. Calling in and sitting there saying, "Okay, yeah, warm it up, though." Go ahead.
Hey, brother, listen. Like I said, but I gotta put respect where it's at. You know, I've been trolling you all season. You know, so you know, I gotta humbly come back. You know, congratulate Cowboys Nation on handling y'all's business. Y'all wanted it more than we did. You know, it was clearly evident in this game. So I gotta put the respect there. But hey, listen, we all know y'all getting bounced off first round. So listen, how I'm feeling right now. Look, I know y'all taking this win, and this is probably the greatest win of y'all season this year. Yes, sir. I've been hearing it all day long. I've been hearing you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know it, man. Congrats again, man. Hey, look, we gonna see what y'all looking like, but I'm gonna tell you right now how I'm feeling about my team. I know y'all sound like y'all gonna be Eagles fans next week. I hope we tank. If we don't make it, neither do y'all. How about about that? Let's let Washington get this win.
How dare you? See, look, man. How dare you do that? You know, I got something over here for you. You know, bam. Oh, man, if you look on the screen right now, it's beautiful, man. It's hard. It holds a lot of stuff, and it holds a lot of trash. And it's a big can. It's brought to you by the Eagles. It is a trash, and it's a can. I tell you what. I'm not going to be rooting for you guys. I'm not going to be rooting for you. I can't. I refuse. I don't care what happened. But I just,
Hey, you know you want to, Law.
No,
you know you want to.
No,
let me send you a jersey over, bro. Let me. Nah, my guy,
goodness.
listen, I ain't gonna hold you up, Law. You know, man, I gotta humbly come over here and congratulate y'all. Y'all handle y'all business. But again, listen, hey, next week we might have to let Washington slide us. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But you as so hold on before I let you go. So that means to tell me that you hate the Cowboys more than you hate the Washington team, right?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
So
absolutely. Y'all hold a special place in my heart. Let me tell you that right now. Washington, listen, I can maybe tolerate the success story, you know, Alex Smith, you know, the comeback. I can't tolerate y'all making it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So
just by your sentiments alone, the Washington team is going to lose, and all of a sudden the Cowboys are going to rip through the Giants, and we go into the playoffs, and who knows what's going to happen from there. Watch your own words. So it's going to happen. Appreciate you for calling in,
Hey, you know it, brother. Stay blessed, Law. Hey, as always, it's still Fly Eagles Fly. Congrats on y'all win, man.
Yeah, fly, Eagles, fly to the land of no victory. Oh, my goodness. 409, you live.
Hey, what's up, Law?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me. You live on the Nation.
Ain't not much, man. I was just listening to Broadus, man, and I'm thinking, he was like, you know, what do the Eagles have to play for? Or, you know, what did Carolina have to play for today? They've been out of it for like 2-3 weeks now.
Right.
You know, but they still came out and played. So it's not a matter of what did Carolina have to play for. It's just a matter of, you know, looking at Washington, are they good enough? And you have to look at it, and as much praise as people start giving, you know, that's what I don't like, man. When teams go on the road, you know, all of a sudden they're the bread and butter, and all of a sudden Washington was just this team that was going to, you know, win, but it's circumstances. And, you know, you let this thing play down to the wire, you know, 7-8 weeks ago, you know, we were done. I'm ready to tank, but, you know, circumstances have it.
Mm-hmm.
It kept us alive, kept us in it, and circumstances, you know, I mean, at this point, you know, why not go to the playoffs? Why not, you know, as far as momentum's concerned, it's going to be a new team, you know, new quarterback. So, you know, as far as momentum's concerned, I'm not really worried about that. But, you know, you just couple into what this draft is and, you know, relative to the talent, it's all, you're going to get the kind of same guy from pick number 8 to pick number 20.
Right.
So, I mean, why not go to the playoffs, you know, let your young guys get experience. So next year when you're in the playoffs with Dak, when Dak's leading the team, these guys have been there before. They've you know, had that taste. You know, you remember when Emmett and them had to go through a couple playoffs and lose a couple of them to where they were playoff veterans, and you know, the lights weren't too big for them.
Yeah, it was that Detroit playoff game that we lost. We got blown out. They blew us all the way out. Mm-hmm.
You let these young guys like Diggs and Lamb and those, you know, McGovern, those O-line, Gregory look, you know, like a monster. So you let these guys kind of get some experience, and I don't think Washington really has what it takes. They got a good D line, but matchup wise, I think the Eagles secondary can kind of handle Washington's wide receivers, McLaurin and Slay. But you know, they'll go at it. But you know, other than that, I think Washington doesn't really match up too well against the Eagles. I think Hurts is still hanging over the balance of trying to dethrone a $100 million quarterback, so he definitely has something to play for.
Yeah, he got his bad game out the way, so he's going to try to marry it up with a better game. So hopefully he can get out there and do his thing. I'm not rooting for either or. Whatever happens. That's my thoughts of it, just like I told Philly Notion. But my thing is, let's just continue to fight hard, you know.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well, man. And like you said, playoff experience. CeeDee Lamb will benefit from it, as well as all of the guys. Diggs, they'll be able to say, yeah. And even Gallup, he would say, okay, I got a more playoff experience now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Law.
Appreciate you, fam.
All right, man.
Good call from him, man. He get a war. Get that horn on him. Yeah. Good call from him, man. Good call from him. Yeah, good call all together, man. 682-214-4087. Are y'all having a good time? Are y'all having a great time? Let me know. Let me know if you guys like this flow. Y'all like the call-ins. Shout out to the trolls when they call in. Y'all can call in. There's no hair off my back. You just gonna get this.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That's all they gonna get, you know. So 808, you got the 808. You're live. Talk to me, 808.
Lord, Young, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Victory is ours, man.
Victory's always great. I got you got me all riled up today. It's a great game.
I try.
You had it going on today. I just like to say the defense, I still don't like Nolan. We're getting a lot of turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
I like Gallimore, whatever way you want to call him.
Gallamonster,
he looks like
yeah.
a beast. Yeah, from Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that boy. I like Randy. Randy was out there, like Paul said before. He was out there all over the place. And lastly, man, Amari, finally 1,000 yards. Should have made the Pro Bowl.
Right. He should have.
I think he should have. And the whole Ezekiel Elliott, I think, was put to rest. He's the bell cow. Tony be the second back. We just need our alignment back, and I think we still need a win. Don't matter what happens next week. I like us to win, and then go from there. Whether we make it to the playoffs or not, that's gravy. If not, better draft point.
Mm-hmm.
Going into the off season, I like us to be on a winning streak instead of a losing streak. So hats off to the coaches and to the team and probably upper management. Hopefully they keep this rolling. Keep up the great work, man.
Appreciate you, Young. And this is my only battle cry for Coach Mike Nolan. Maybe he got his back against the wall and he's fighting for everything he can, so he's going to try to pull out the best coaching philosophy possible to keep his job, to keep his namesake. And maybe that's the only thing that I can lean on for what he's trying to do to salvage his coaching career.
Heard that. You only got one more chance, doesn't he?
Right.
You gave him a mulligan for this year. You gave him a mulligan this year, so you got 1 year. You got next year to do the whole thing all. So let's go.
Appreciate you, Young.
Thanks again, man. Aloha.
Aloha, man.
This is Sparta!
That's my dog right there, man. Always support the channel, always bringing in fresh ideas and concepts. And he just been around for a long period of time, man. All right, so we got the 254. You're live.
Hello?
You're live, 254. Turn your radio down.
What's going on, Law?
Nothing to it, man. It's your world.
Hey, man, I just wanted to say I was impressed with the way Mike Nolan changed that defense. Jalen Hurts was killing us on that read option. Then he inserted Goodwin and had him spy. Changed the whole game up. Hurts was killing us, man, moving around with that read option.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really feel that this is something that the defense should have been doing a long time ago. We always had problems with adjustments. Adjustments. In-game adjustments. That's what got Garrett Can. This was an in-game adjustment that I really feel like changed the complex of that game. Another point I wanted to make, too, is Zach Martin. He was on the IR. He's eligible to return. Can we get him in for Steele? McGovern's actually playing really well. I think that we might have something right there. Maybe Connor Williams is up for his contract, you might have something in McGovern. That line played pretty well today. Granted, the fact the Eagles got some dogs on that offensive line. Fletcher Cox went out. I think that helped them a lot, but I was just really impressed overall with the adjustments that the Cowboys made. I love what you do, Law. Continue to, rep the Cowboys. You've been doing it all season, and I appreciate it, man. I'm going to hang up and just listen, man.
Appreciate you, man. Great concepts and great thoughts, man, of everything from the 254, man. He put in some good information out there for everybody to dissect there. I don't have no rebuttal for what he said. He brought up some valid points. I'm going to have to look back at the tape to see whether or not what he was talking about with CJ. I know we'll be calling the game, so we really don't get a chance to hear the announcers and their thoughts track of everything. But that's great stuff right there. I can't wait to go back and watch the film and look at CJ. He was out there. I do know that we didn't get a chance to see what's his name, Xavier Woods, because of his situation. But to me personally, that wasn't bad as well. So all of these things working together for the good. And I like it, Cowboy Nation. I flat out do. Being able to do those things to help out this team and going through those things to be able to make the adjustments is everything. And that's all we've been asking for. We've been asking for those adjustments. We've been asking for this team to do right by certain players. And it seems as if though they may be doing that finally, so that's always a plus. I'm still trying to build this plane while it's in the air. 919, speak your mind. 919, speak your mind.
What's going on, man? This your boy from NC.
NC, man. It's your what? Second time this year getting the call in.
Man, you've been so busy, man. I've just been sitting back in the cut trying to fix up this team, man. Oh.
Well, get your thoughts, man. Get your thoughts. I'm gonna let you go at least 5 minutes, man. I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead.
No, I'm happy, of course, but I'm conflicted. It's just I've been trying to figure out what this team identity is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we won it back in the 70s, when we won it in the 90s, we had an identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know, like you said, with Nolan now fighting for his job, has the team finally brought into his concept? And no matter what happens, whether we make the playoffs or not, now the question remains, do we keep him so that we can see if things will get better? Or do we have to go and try to get another coach to see if the team can try to gel? Because, see, the thing is, when it comes to hiring coaching, you have to, one, be able to try to get to your players and try to assure them that your methods of coaching will work and you will become a great defense, right?
Right.
And so my thing is, when we first started with Nolan, it seemed like that the team was not feeling him at all. But now it seems like this team not only is feeling him, but they're doing things that I haven't seen since the 90s, which is now they're turning, they're getting interceptions. They're turning the ball over. And I love that. The offense, it still drives me crazy. They start off crazy, and then somehow they figure it out. But it's like every time that they see something that works, they'll go to it for a while and then just go to some. It just drives me crazy. Like, if you see that Michael Gallup or whoever that corner was for the Eagles, and you know that you can burn them, you just keep going to them until they stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's like all season long, the Cowboys can find something. They'll go with it for a while, and then they'll just try. It's like, no. Keep doing what you're doing until they stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I see potential in this team. I've always said that. I think that these players are great. I truly do. My thing is identity. I just want to know going forward, has Jerry Jones seen what it truly takes? Because this team is going to have an identity, and they're going to have to make a decision. Okay, we said that we was going to make changes with the with the coaching staff and all this. This is what has been rumored, right? But now you're seeing your team starting to really win and win big. They're disciplined. They're not all over the field no more, as you saw in the first half of the season, looking all confused and everything. Now they look like a disciplined, or well, almost disciplined. Well, at least the defense does. And so I just hope that whatever happens this season, that this thing just continues over and it only gets better next season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to spill over. And by them clawing out and fighting out, then some of this stuff will spill over. Some of the voices from the coaches will permeate through the echoes of the ear chambers of the other players on this team. And maybe they can look at it and say, okay, AB, he can play a little bit better. Diggs can play a little better. And what we're looking for now is complementary pieces. Maybe they go out there and pick up a dynamic safety.
And that's the same thing on the offensive line. I kept telling people, I said, maybe Zeke could be injured from the beginning of the season. I said, there's no way that I'm talking about trading a back who just went 4 years before, was two-time Russian champ, and he finished in the top 3 of the race.
Yeah. I appreciate you so much, man, for calling in, man. Thank you. My dog from the 919 NC, man. Hey, he's a good caller there, man. Always bringing in some good stuff. We got the 214. He's live. 214, talk to me.
Hey, Dixie Normus here. I love sucking cock.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Oh, my goodness, man. I really feel like, man, I love it when the trolls call in, but, man, come on, man. We got kids watching, man. Let's just do it for me, man. Don't say those words, man. Let's just do it for me, man. I know you want to make your starlight call for shame or what have you, but come on, man. You can't say those things, man. You get nothing. All right, 202, what do you know?
Hey, look, man, I'm back again. Will you please, I need to tell them fools stop calling up on the channel, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just show some level of respect now, you know?
Yeah, man, that's distasteful, man.
Yeah.
And so I would have to kind of disagree with the last call, I believe. I don't believe
NC 919. You talking about him?
Yeah, and I got love for North Carolina. My family.
But since you're doing a debate, man, or a rebuttal, I'm gonna give you. Let's give you 4 minutes. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Okay, so it ain't about like what like if the players are listening to the coach. That's part of it, but you have to coach toward your personnel. So you can't run like a 34 defense when you got 4-3 personnel. You know what I mean? Because you definitely you handcuff your pass rushers. You know what I mean? So if you, and again, I'm a 4-3 guy. I love 4-3. So now you got your pass rushers, and you go 3 linebackers with your wheelbacker being a hybrid. So now you got that guy that can play the run as well as cover somebody if you want to go 2-man or something like that. So you got to definitely coach to your personnel, and then you'll see more results. And as far as the option is concerned, it's assignment football. It's assignment football. So real quick, your DNs got quarterback. No matter what, you hit the quarterback. D tackles got fullback. Your backers play quarterback. Fullback to quarterback to pitch. And your safeties got pitch man. So that's how you shut down the option and your corners force it. Everybody has a responsibility. And that way it won't be no problems. And my pet peeve, and I'm talking to the D line, you gotta stop slicing inside. You're called a defensive end because you got containment responsibility. Yeah. As soon as you slice inside, if you think about it, other than getting gutted up the middle, when a quarterback hurts us, it's all because we done sliced inside, and now they can make a play, whether it's running or see the field to throw the ball. So, you know what I'm saying? We tweak that on defense with a new D coordinator because I'm not sold on Mike Nolan. Period. He got to go. Kellen Moore, take the job at Boise. You're too predictable. And again, let's get some guys in offensively that is familiar with our offense, so it kind of looks the same, but it has more diverse to it. Defensively, new coordinator. I'm available. Yeah, man, that's my spiel, Law, man. That's my spiel, man.
What's your name, man? What's your name, fam, from the 202?
Oh, this Coach Dave again, man.
Oh, Coach. Okay. I don't have like my calling system. It'll take me forever to save the name in there, man. But I appreciate you for calling in. Man. What I'll do is, if he want to call back, I'll let him call back for 919 so he can give his rebuttal of your rebuttal. But I appreciate you, Coach.
By all means, I love you, UNC. Go Tar Heels, man.
Appreciate you for calling in, bro. That's a good call from the 202. Yeah. All right, so the phone line is still the same, 682-214-4087. If you call in with foolishness, you get nothing. That. You get nothing. But I really, really do appreciate everybody. It's 10 o'clock where I'm at, so I want to know if you guys want me to continue to roll and grow with this thing. Y'all want me to continue to put this stuff out here, let me know. If not, we can pack it up and get on out of here. And y'all like the victory jacket? By the way, the victory jacket, yeah. The victory jacket, baby. You got the star crusted everywhere, and it's a good feeling, a good moment. Shout out to all of the Eagles fans that lost today. Shout out to them. Thank those who jumped into the chat, was pumping and talking all of that cash money when it was up 14-3, and they didn't keep that same energy. We were sitting here calling the game play by play, and they jumped in. They was talking all that cash money, but now, now all of a sudden, we can't find them no more. Philly Notion, and Notion meaning the ideal, so Philly ideal. Shout out to him for calling in. He owned up and it was like, okay, let me call in. But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. All right. Going once, going twice. Let me shut it down. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. You guys already know we're going to get the fire emojis going in the chat. That number, that 682-214. Oh. I got 919. Speak your mind. You back live, baby.
Hey, what's going on? It's 919. I just wanted to tell that coach, man, I completely 100% agree with him wholeheartedly. That he's absolutely right, and that has been the problem with Dallas that I've been knowing them for 2 decades. We draft great talent, we bring in great talent, but we never use them where their strengths are.
Right.
It's like we wonder why when we get rid of this talent and they go elsewhere to another team that they become better or they become greater than they were when they was with us. Take for instance Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard, I love him as a backup running back, but what was he in Memphis? He was a guy,
running back. He was everything. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but he was a better slot receiver. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So last week when we had the game and Gallup got hurt, that was the best time to slide Pollard into the slot position, something that he's good at. And that's been the thing that's been scratching my head. So I just want to tell that coach, though, that he's absolutely right. I totally agree with him. This is, like I said, I've been saying that we bring in great talent. Like you said, Alden Smith, he runs better in the 3-4, but yet we was running the 4-3, and then we changed it up. So now we want to know why our defense looked all confused the first half of the season, right? So, yeah, I just wanted to tell that coach I completely 1000% agree with him. And that's all I'm going to say, man. I ain't going to hold up your telephone line.
Man, I appreciate the good civil debate there, and just rebuttal of just, hey, agreeing. I love it. Let me give him one of these.
This is Sparta!
I appreciate
no doubt,
you.
my man.
Salute,
no
bro.
doubt. All right, man. Look, y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes, indeed. Merry Christmas. Good call from everybody, man. Hey, that's what I love, and a Happy New Year for everyone. Hey, this is how we supposed to bring in 2021. Bring it in on a winning good feel and a vibe. And that's my dog, 919, calling it straight. Cowboy Nation, I'm going to give it another minute or so before I close down the phone line. But I had a great conversation with you guys. Whoa, it was great. It was wonderful. It was one of those things where we can look back and say, man, oh man. Team, we fought. We continue to have this team back. We looked at everything. We said to ourselves, okay, hey, the coaching staff is not doing this. They're not making any adjustments. They're trying to make the adjustments. We had somebody of the membership of the staff to pass away. They rallied behind that. Of course, they lost that game, but they still became more close. Sometimes, Cowboy Nation, we got to be like a knot on a rope. And if you ever tied a knot on a rope, when the opposing forces, when you pull on each end of that knot on that rope, it get tighter and it get closer. Let me see if the 602. Let's see if the 602 is anything over here. 602, talk to me.
Hey, Law. All I have to say, bro, is you the truth, man. You feel me?
I appreciate you, fam, so much.
Salute to you, my guy. You feel me? That's one thou wow. We're gonna go to the playoffs. So I have a feeling, gut feeling in my gut, heart, toes, everything. You feel me? We're gonna be there.
I love it, man. And speaking with authority and speaking with convictions. Yeah, appreciate it. That's all you have.
Yes, sir. What you say earlier today? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What the youngsters say, right? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, my man.
Appreciate you, man, from the 602. What's your name, fam?
Deshaun Taylor.
Deshaun, appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. That's a good call from him, man.
This is Sparta!
Giving one of those, man, just called in, just wanted to give some adulations and say, hey, with the courage and convictions of his heart, soul, and sinew in his mind, to say, hey, we're going to get there. And thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established. And that's what I'm telling you. Speak these things into an existence. Who knows what else can happen, man? There's life and death in that tongue. And if you can speak those things, baby, I'm telling you. Hey, I'm not having a bad day. I'm having a slow start to my day. Those type of things goes a long way. But with that being said, y'all smash that like button. I need some fire, baby. I need some fire. A prize fighter, even when he's going down, he's continued to figuring out ways. He knows that all I need is one more punch. I got a puncher's chance in this situation. Give me that chance. Give me that opportunity. Give me that moment. Give me that time for your mind, because I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to leave you with the raggedy beak. I said it before. Yes, they beat us the first time, but we're going to beat them the last time. And that's what we did. We clawed through this thing and we said to ourselves, hey, if we put a quarterback out there that's better than Ben DiNucci, maybe we have a chance. Maybe we have an opportunity. Maybe we have a possibility. And that is what we did, Cowboy Nation. We have both of those things, all of those things, and we married it up together, and we victorious now. And now we're looking at it, and I know that people are out here saying that, why, Lord? Why are we winning? Why are we not trying to lose this thing? Because there's something about the hearts of champions. There's something about the hearts and the meditations of your mind, heart, and spirit to get out there and fight. And that's what they did. They said to themselves, we ain't going to fold up like a wallet. We out there team building. I know that a lot of people are looking at this thing, how the national media, Stephen A. Smith, Shay Sharp, they don't want none of Law Nation because I can ball them up and put them on the back of a wallet and sit on them with these facts right here. They don't like the Cowboys, of course, but they can't get Big D out of their mouth because they want to talk about the Cowboys for those ratings. They're going to talk about watermelons, but they're going to miss the meat worrying about the potatoes. It's all about team building. It's about unity. It's about these group of fellas. Just like that knot on a rope when everybody, the opposing forces are pulling against them. But it's something about that knot. It gets tighter. It gets stronger. And that knot, man, you got to cut it through in order to open it up. And that's what this team is building. The opposing team and everybody else saying, hey, this team sucks. They ought to tank. Even people that say they support you and they say that they bleed silver and blue say, get out there and lose. But no, we didn't listen to them. We continue to grind, we continue to shine, and we continue to figure things out. And now we can look back and say, woo, look where we come from. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody said we was down and out, but baby, we continue to fight. And we busting all type of fire. We even put the Eagles in that fire. But I'm telling you, they can't stand the fire and say, get me out. Get me out. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Never give up. Shout out to everybody, man. Let me give a shout out to those that's in the chat, man. Really, really do, man. Really do. Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to George. Shout out to them eyes. Shout out to Deshaun Taylor. Thank you for calling in, Deshaun. Really do. Rue Glock, man. When I hear Rue Glock, I know that he's over there loading up his chamber, shooting down all of those haters. One of my mods, it's always, I can go live at 3 o'clock in the morning, he's there. Because he's shooting down. These guys work. They putting in that effort. Baby, let me show y'all the back. They say, Law, come on, baby. Come on. They putting in that work. Let's get hype, baby. Y'all ain't going to sleep tonight. Y'all watching fake. Y'all watching all these tapes. Yeah. Let me see it. Let me see that. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Gone yet, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Yes, sir. Let's continue to grind, baby. Yeah. Yeah. So many people, so many people, so many people. All we got to do is continue to be this person. Be your best. Do your best. Let's continue to grind. Let's continue to shine, Cowboy Nation. Let me see that fire emoji. Let me see all of the fire that you guys got out there. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Let me see that firebox on fire. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Y'all see it. Let's go. One way or another, victory mass. Let's go. We got this thing. We got it. All we got to do is continue to do the things that we did 1 week ago. Oh, the week before that. Oh, what we did today. Let's continue to do this thing, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yeah. Let me see that fire emoji in the chat box. Yeah. Yeah, I know you crunk now, baby. I know y'all crunk now. I know it. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
This is Sparta!
Let's go.
This is Sparta!
Let's go. Is this not why you're here? Let's go. I'm the boss, you gotta fight at the end, baby. Tell them Eagle fans, I'm the boss, you gotta fight at the end. I'm what you gotta walk through. You see that helmet spinning in the back? We gonna put y'all in the blender, baby. Come out, 2-piece and a biscuit. Yeah. Come on. Appreciate you so much, Dak fan. Thank you so much for making the donation to help elevate the nation. Really do appreciate you so much for being in this day, as well as Darren's. Appreciate you for being part of this day. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to you, Steelers. Shout out to you. Steelers, baby. 2 said, I see you.
This is Sparta!
All right, I'm gonna try to cool them down. I'm gonna try to cool off and calm down. That's all we got, baby. Yeah. Really appreciate everybody.
When things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to.
Y'all chill out
because you don't know.
As we listen to some soft souls of hits and oldies. Let's go. We out. Chat. Y'all stay tuned for the after party. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody that I can. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody that I can. I'm gonna take my fire away. Maverick, appreciate you. Ben, appreciate you. Jessica, really appreciate you. Troy C, thank you so much for tuning in to this thing. Appreciate everybody. Anthony, thank you for being part of the nation. Ken Davis, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ken Davis. Thank you so much for being part of the nation. Montana 808, thank you. Our Witness 3, DC4L, appreciate you. Jimbo, shout out to you. Perez, man, shout out to you. Anthony, appreciate you. Deshaun Taylor, appreciate you so much, fam. Reggie, not Robinson, but Reggie, appreciate you. Jones, appreciate you. Montana again, everybody, man. I think, let's see who else we have. Anthony, yeah, appreciate you. George, Troy C, appreciate you. Demage, though, appreciate you. Everybody, man. David Chris Jr., thank you so much for tuning in. Dak fan, appreciate you. You outstanding tonight, man. Really appreciate everybody. Medium, appreciate you. Floyd Day Jr., shout out to you. Bruce, shout out to you. Let's go. Tier 1, I see you, man. This is shout out period, man. I just try to give a lot back to the nation, man. I know you guys are always here supporting this thing, and I really appreciate everybody because this is what we do. This is what we do. Let's go. Troy C, man, really appreciate you again, man. Travis, man. 19 of 80. Perez, I truly appreciate you. Nah, man. Nah, it's you. It's you. It's you. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Ben, yeah, we legitimately on a winning streak. Let's go. Yes, indeed. This is what I'm talking about right here, man. Cool down, period. Let's cool all the way down. Hey, if you guys got a chance and an opportunity, hit that share, spread the word, let people know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. Yeah, we still got to pray for Dak. Mr. and Mrs. Collier, appreciate you. I thank you for all that you do. The boys came in. Yes, Jessica, we do. We appreciate you. Jimbo. Dr. Football, really appreciate you so much, man. People need to put some respect on Katy, Texas on. Red Rifle. Line them up. Yeah, come on. Appreciate everybody. Oh yeah, the Mandalorian is off the chain. Shout out to Mandalorian. Gibbles! Shout out to Gibble Nation over there. Let's go. Hey. What we tell her, baby? Y'all already know the after party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party, cause a Law Nation party don't stop. Ain't no party like a cowboy party, cause a cowboy party don't stop. Let's go. So, Goddess, 13, keeping it mean, appreciate you. Appreciation. Yes, sir. Come on. Shout out time. Got 6 more minutes before we get on out of here. Dak fan, appreciate you. And Paul. Shout out to everybody that's on the Facebook group. Shout out to everybody on the Facebook. Layden, I see you. JR Ramirez, Craig Morton, everybody. Cowboys love from the Philadelphia. Blake A for awesome. Poet, I see you. Let's go. Let's continue to grind, Cowboy Nation. Hey, settle down and grab your cup of wine.
Something to buy, yeah.
Come on. Oh, we can give a shout out to all of the coaches, man. Shout out to Mike McCarthy. Shout out to Kellen Moore. And shout out to Mike Nolan. He coaching for his job. Let's go. Strolling through the office on a Victory Monday. That is something dope. Yes, indeed. But we can do it this Monday if y'all back at work. Put the mask on, though, right? Jessica said Coach Lee. Yeah. Also, shout out to Anthony again, beasting on turnovers. Yeah. Exactly what happened. We've been beasting on those turnovers. We've been. What you had to say, fam? What you had to say? What you had to say, Perez? What we got over there? Huh? What you got, Perez? More melons, yeah. That can, I think so. I see you. Sending the Eagles home. William, yes. Come on. Send no Eagles home, right? know what those Eagles need? Y'all go over there to the Eagles and y'all let them know this right here.
He needs some milk.
That's the Eagles, baby. Or is this one? Come on.
Bruh.
Perez, re-put it down. I'll read it, Perez. Re-put it down. We got 44 seconds. Perez, put it down there again. I'll make sure I read it within that time frame. Just copy and paste and put it back in, Perez. I got you. That one mango. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Shout out time. You got us. Yes, the poet. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. William again. Appreciate you. The best game of the offense and the defense, you think? This is the best collective game, although it's against those funky Philadelphia Eagles, Perez. Dak is top 5. This is from Shay Sharp. Shout out to you. Troy C. Rude. That means that we could have had 1,000 yards. There we go. All right, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. My time has expired. I really appreciate those who subscribe to this channel. Let's continue to grind and shine. That's all the time that I have for this beautiful moment. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. We out. For the second time, right? We out. I just like how this beat come in. All right, Cowboy Nation. Here's my outro. We gone.